Alright, that's done. Just about perfect. Alright. Now we're recording, so as soon as it sits down, we can just chop it up. Yours aren't. Or yours are.
No.
Oh, I thought I didn't. Oh, I thought I did it to me. Here, you can have mine. I'll wear the fake ones. I better fix that. That's perfect. Don't worry, I don't think anybody's watching right now. Actually, you know, I think someone might be in there. But, alright. So we can get ahead and get to it. I'll get started. Alright, so what's up, everybody? This is the first episode of... We haven't really picked a name. Well, we'll have a name by the time we put it up. We were going to call this part just like this exit chops it up with then whoever we're talking to. So, we're going to do it, you know, like this exit chops up with Teezy probably. But we don't know. So if you have any name suggestions, like now or ever, get us up with them. Get us up with them. But yeah, this is the first episode. This is Teezy. I met him this Thursday at Beat Lab at Tempe Tavern. It's the first time we met. I went on stage, and then afterwards, he went on right after me, actually. And like right afterwards, I was like, hey, you know, drums was fucking dope. Like, what's up? And we just chopped it up, and then we decided, you know, I was wanting to do a podcast about local Phoenix artists and stuff, and I said, you know, come through, and here we are a couple days later.
Gotta build relationships.
So, where can people find you on social media, SoundCloud, website?
Everything. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on SoundCloud. You can find me on Snapchat. You can find me on Facebook. I really don't post that much of my music on Facebook. But basically, mostly every single social media I have. But basically, it's just my SoundCloud and my Twitter, which I'm more musical oriented.
Oh, okay. But are you teasing on all those? And you know, in the video, I'll probably put in like right here. I'll figure out how to put it in YouTube, so you can just click it and find you. Cool. But yeah, I'll put that in the description too. So yeah, if you're watching this video on YouTube, it'll be in the description. Link will be there where you can find them. So we're gonna make some beats after this. You know, we're just gonna talk for like 20 minutes, just kind of about, you know, Teezy's artwork, you know, what he does and all that. So I know you told me that you like sold a couple beats to people and anything, and along that route, have you finished any projects recently, or are you working on anything?
I had one project I had, which is called Lessons and Loops, Choices and Chops, but it kind of went for a halt. The project's done, everything's done, but the way I wanted to present it, I didn't want to half-ass it, you know what I mean? So I had a little cassette tapes, and I was looking for a bunch of people that can, you know, like.
Sorry, my dog's getting me.
Basically, to formulate my audio into that cassette tape. So I have the cassette tapes. Everything's done. It's just to transfer everything on there and then have that.
So you want to get it on cassette or you want to get it off the cassette?
I want to get it on cassette.
Okay.
Like that.
Why do you want people to get it on cassette?
Just bring that feeling back. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like you know how all the old DJs do.
Like the purple tape.
Exactly. And just give that whole vibe out just how light. And people say why cassette tapes? Some people don't have cassette tapes.
Well, they were saying that. I mean, it's not necessarily huge, but it is on the upswing.
Yeah.
More people are buying cassette tapes each year than the year before. Yeah. And because tape saturation does actually have an appealing sound. Like, we've gotten away from it. Now we're just at, like, crystal clarity sound, you know?
Right. But it's just basically just the sound of an actual beat tape. Like,
Yeah.
Someone gives you a beat tape that's actually on the CD, but it, like, give you an actual beat tape, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I still want that, though, so I still need to look out, for sure.
So how long have you been making beats?
For a while now, since like 06.
Since 06.
But grinding, like my progression and the way I started from then, like I can show you some beats I made back in the day. It's ugly. But
yeah, it's garbage. I know. I don't like doing that shit.
I just feel like, oh man, I say them because it's that's my heart. But like from back then to now,
how's your like books? Do you have like where do you write your rhymes at?
I have. Like
yeah.
Do
you ever look at like old ass ones? Are they like your old beats where you're just like, oof, I can't believe I was flowing that.
Yesterday I had to like send some stuff for like the job and everything like that. But like I found like when I was working at Wells Fargo and I had to make calls and everything like that, I used to think of a beat and I had like this notepad. They hated me because every day, "Can I have a notepad?" Why? Because like just for notes, you know what I mean? But no, I was really writing rhymes all day. You know what I mean? Like that was my little sneak thing. But like I wrote a rap every day. I wrote the title of the song from the beat, and then I wrote the date, and I wrote every single day. And I was like, dang, I was bugging. I was like, you know what I mean? And I have stuff I wrote back in the day too. I was still in high school, and like I have like books because I remember like a time period when I was like, I'm not gonna write anything on my phone. I want to do everything on my notebook. You know what I mean? That little stage, but like I have everything saved. Everything saved.
That's what I was telling him about making beats. We were kind of talking about this a little in the car, like how I was telling you I named every beat the date.
Yeah,
this guy was saying he named every beat the sample.
Yeah.
That he used.
That's smarter.
Yeah, that's smarter. Yeah. I used to do that. No. Here's why, because you start using so many samples. He's saying he even does that, and even he forgets what samples. Like it's still like. So what was cool about the date thing is eventually I got to a point where I was doing it for a year. And now I'm about at 2 years. I'm about coming up on, and when I hit that point, I accidentally opened up a file that was a year old because it circled all the way around and only the last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like started on like July 4th, and then next year on July 4th, that just made a date.
Yeah.
I accidentally opened up the old one, and it was just like I was like I remember at that point I was feeling kind of down on myself, like man I don't feel like I'm getting better. You know what I mean? Yes. And then I opened up that old ass beat and I was like, oh my god, I am night and day better, like, because it's garbage. No, it's just you got so much better.
I mean, don't downplay yourself. I mean, it just shows your progression in it. You know what I mean? Because like,
no, that's for sure.
You can always. My homie told me, I was like, I showed some old beats. He was like, I want that, and I was like, no, you don't. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't want that one. That one's. I didn't even play that.
Exactly. Like when it comes like when you're a producer and you always show like the ones that you like. But at the end of the day, there's always some people don't like that. Some people like the stuff that you hate, and it's weird. It's weird. I'm like, you like that? I was like, I guess.
Have you had a beat that like you put on SoundCloud for some reason it like popped way more than your other ones, and it's the one like you want to delete now because you don't like?
Yeah, it's the one that happened now. Like every time I wake up, it was like so and so likes this beat. I'm like, it's a Sweetie Todd. I sampled Sweetie Todd, and like, it's all right, but it's not the like. I just like the other one. Check the other one out. You know what I mean? Like, if you like the one, I guess. You know what I mean? But I mean, people like what they like. I don't know.
Yeah, there's.
With us working together, it's like that. He'll make a beat, and then he'll just put it on there, and then I'll like, hey, I got this idea for this. Like, really, for that one, I would have never thought of writing nothing to it. Like, for him, he had forgot about it, but like, I'll just go through it, and then we might use it.
That happened with the track, and it was really good.
It's all with the ear.
It's all taste.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's like flavors. You know what I mean? Like you like something another day, then you like something. When it comes together, it's all magic. But it's just crazy how music is. You know what I mean? You can never judge a book by its cover. It's just the way it grows on you. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like you say, album, and then it just grows on you. You know what I mean? Same thing with like, I don't know, like music in general for me. Like back in the day, I hated oldies. You know what I mean? Like every time I'm playing, like I hate this song. Going like road trips back to Cali, she'll play like this. You know what I mean? Like this Confunction.
Like what she put on?
She'll put on Confunction. She'll put on the whispers, and I'd be like, oh, I'm like, why? Bump this Kanye, bump this Jay. I got flame, like, you know what I mean?
The same shit was on those Kanye and Jay records.
You know, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? So I was listening to, like, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers and everything like that, stuff that I like. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, when my batteries died, it was like, stick to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I got my iPod, I was like, make sure that bad was 100% because I'm on a long road trip. And as I got older, I'm like, I turned the iPod off. I'm like, Mom, this is hot. You know what I mean?
You're just like, it's kind of like how they say you have like a refined taste or a refined palate when you like eat like fancy food or whatever.
Right,
On the
yeah.
food channel. It's the same way I think with, yeah, there's some things that are good, but they're like candy, and then there's other things that are like complex palates. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Where it's like, it's not that it's bad. I could say it's not for everybody.
True.
You know, that's the truth with a lot of it too. You know, so you know, it depends.
Yeah, you're right. You just grow with it. It's an acquired taste for some people. You know what I mean? It's just cool how people like different stuff, but that same stuff will bring it all together, and that's music. You know what I mean? And that's why that's the main reason I like doing it, because it brings people together. You know what I mean? Like when disco was popping out, people were high off their minds, but they were still dancing. They still having a great ass time. You know what I mean? I loved it. I was like, man.
Hey, you know what? Like disco gets, I don't want to say hate, but people get weird about like you ever watch Rhythm Roulette?
Yeah, I love Rhythm Roulette.
I love Rhythm Roulette.
I'm on it every single time. Like, it's a new one.
Yeah, I saw DJ Dahi posted a second one, and I'm like, I gotta check that out because his was one of my favorites. But there was oh man, I forgot what I was about to say about Rhythm Roulette. Never mind. I totally spaced on what I was about to say about Rhythm Roulette. Oh, disco records. Yeah, people be hating on disco records all the
I don't
time.
know why.
They get mad when have you noticed that? Like people get like, oh, I got a disco record.
It's that up tempo. That's what it's like. But I mean, slow
I've
disco
made some
down
good
and 8
beats.
808s, and it's fire.
Yeah, I make good beats out of disco. Like a lot of those records, like what's the, Hotline Bling and all those ones. Those use like those old like not reggaeton, but like those like Caribbean records that like no one would fuck with. And he just like low passed them and slowed them down, and all of a sudden they're hot, you know?
That's it. It's all about tempo. It's all, you gotta have that ear too.
Yeah, you just gotta know what it needs.
That's it. I mean, same thing with like a lot of Donna Summer records. I would always, you know, look over, but like one day I was like, let me just see what she's about. She had some fun.
Yeah, Donna Summer.
It's all about that groove though. You gotta have that. You know what I mean? You gotta have something.
Oh, that's right. You know, you brought some records, huh? Let's talk about them. Because you brought like I saw you brought a Temptations record, and I was like, that's like easy cheat mode. Like
yeah, man.
every song has got like 4 beats.
Yeah, I got some Temptations. 1990. It was 1973, so in the future. But this one, yeah, got the Todd Rundgren record. Rock with him for a long time.
Yeah, he would tell me about this record.
Yeah, he has. It's called like the Wizard. So I forgot what it was called, but it's called the Wizard. But his I don't know, that record. The dude from Revolver put me on. He was like, just get this record, and we'll talk about it. And I was like, all right, you know what I mean? I believe you, and like. I always talk about it every time I see him because I always thank him because that record, it showed me a lot. There's a lot of little sequences in that album too, a lot of strings and a lot of percussion. I loved it, and I've been getting a lot of his records too because it's just off the string of that one. But he hasn't disappointed me. Even it's not even just sampling, just having it in my collection. I liked it too. I got really cool too, greatest hits. I looked there on YouTube. And like I listened to one song and like that's it. You know what I mean? If not, then I'll just have it as my collection as well. But I mean, I always go for like. I always look for the cover. You know what I mean? She's a little cute.
Yeah, that's
straight
so
up.
good.
You know what I mean?
Hey, if the bitch on the cover's bad, I gotta cop
That's
that.
it.
That's
That's
the
it.
end. It's the end of it.
Or something weird's going on that I'm like, okay, then.
Yeah, like you might know, like okay, this is like something else, but
Right.
for the most part, bad bitch, I'm gonna cop that.
You're good. A lot of Ohio players too. They
Oh, it's I got like I got like every Ohio Players record because there's a bad bitch on every cover.
every.
And then I found out like I should have been buying them now, no matter what was on the cover, because the Ohio Players is bad. Like
Right.
they're so.
They're
But-
pimps. But like, they didn't even show their face. Like, it's mostly just their body and like stuff on them. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah,
Shut
they've
up.
always got like some artsy.
something.
It almost looks like a James Bond movie at the beginning.
Right,
You know what I'm talking
little,
about?
little scope and then
Yeah, and then
Or
just like
something going on.
curves.
Yeah, man, this is how it is with records. That's why I like digging so much too, because you can find so much stuff. There's always heat in every single record. You know what I mean? You just gotta give it a chance.
Oh, for sure. You can find a way to chop anything.
Sure.
Oh, speaking of that, so I don't know if I mentioned this already. This is a podcast / stream / YouTube video interview stuff in Phoenix. So, Teezy, you dig in Phoenix. Where do you like to dig at?
I dig at Revolver Records. That's my main go-to. I always go to Revolver Records. There's always love there. If you guys get a chance, go to Revolver. This is a great vibe.
Where's that
Great
at?
selection. That's downtown on 3rd Street in Fillmore. So check that out if you guys get a chance. Or also Goodwill.
Yeah,
Savers.
Goodwill.
Don't sleep on those because I find some
Salvation Army.
straight up.
Salvation Army. I found heated Salvation Army.
Or
You
Zia.
get dirty though, like you gotta shower because like people are like gross with their records. Like
I don't know. Sometimes it's all sticky. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, like why
how?
like people are like I don't know what they're doing with them.
I don't know, man. They just a lot of stuff. I mean, they're old, but I mean, still like, why? Why is there still peanut butter and jelly on this record?
Yeah, straight up. People use them as plates. I don't know, scratch their back.
I can understand if there was like weed on them. You know what I mean? Like, people break them down.
Oh,
Like,
that's
cool.
what that's half what the point of the record was.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I understand, but like, why is there old?
I feel like that had to be the saddest part about switching to CDs.
Dang. CDs, that was, man, especially the CD player too. That one bump can just mess up your whole CD.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
I hated that.
Oh man.
Yeah, the
You ever get a
CD-free one?
you ever get a CD fresh off the wrapper? You put it in skips.
Yes.
Oh, that would fucking drive
Yes.
me nuts.
Like, how? How? I just got it. I mean, it's always that one stupid thumbprint because you take it out. You know what I mean? Be like, okay, I get it, but like, why is it still messing up?
Yeah, there's no way it can be kept like. There's no way a CD can be kept pristine.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's gonna get bad quick. It's like giving something to a kid, no matter what.
Right.
Like it's just gonna get fucking covered in fingerprints. Oh, so me and Teezy, we met at a local event. We met, a couple days ago, like I said, at this thing called Beat Lab out here. Where, yeah, shout out to Clay Adams for putting that on. It is an event at Tippy Tavern. I don't know if it's always there. I know Beat Lab. He was telling me Beat Lab's also in Australia. I guess it's like, yeah, he's doing work. But we met at that. We both just like emailed. Is that how you got on? You emailed him, or he said he met you?
I met him at a beat competition that was sponsored by Guild, and after I walking one of my friends to her car, and he stopped me. He was like, "Yo, I like your set. You know what I mean?" He's like, "You should come to Beat Lab." I was like, "Most definitely."
Yeah,
I was like, he's like, "He's got a 10-minute set, get some beers, and just chill and vibe." I was like, "Man, let's do it." And so I mean, I hit him up on Facebook, got me up. I missed the first one. Apologize for that one, my man, but I missed the second one for sure. And, I'm gonna go back for sure. I love that whole.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
It was cool.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talent out there, a lot of good vibes, but I mean, just the talent.
Did you talk to there's the guy that went on? I think he went on after you. His name was Jamal.
With the drums?
Yeah, that guy. Remember?
No, I did it. I should have though, but that dude.
Oh, I'm gonna have him on here. I told him. He said he's big to August, but I'm gonna have him on here.
Cool.
He was saying he had been making beats since like, what year did you say you started?
07.
07. He was saying like since like 03.
Word.
And I was like, damn.
You could tell because he was in it. He was in it, and he was in the whole little.
Yeah,
vibe.
he was in the pocket. Like it was
Yeah.
good. Yeah, he was saying he was on some old school shit. He gave me a business card.
Word.
I asked him where I had his Snapchat and all that shit. I was like, all right, that's classy. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna have him on here. I need to send this to him too, make sure he gets it. Make sure that's what's going on.
I gotta talk to him too because I gotta give him props because I mean I try to show love, but I mean I was stuck. That dude was on another level.
Yeah, he was doing good.
Straight up. His chops, his loops, I mean, his drums were amazing. I'm a real drum head, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't mean like you can
You
sound
give me the drums and everything else is fine.
right. Just give me the drums, you know what I mean? But like his drums were crazy. His vibe was just so smooth and just brought me back to, you know what I mean, just so hip hop is great, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he definitely had like I would say he really had swing, you know?
He did. His
Yeah.
swing was amazing. I mean, his whole control, his whole
Yeah, no,
he was ill.
fire.
He was ill as shit.
Oh, well, I was telling him, so we went to that other event. There's an event out here that we went to called the Full Moon Festival. Like they were telling us about that one. We went to that, and it was like, it was fucking dope. Anybody in Phoenix, if you hear about it, like if you get invited to it, go. Fucking cool. Anyways, yeah, it blew us away, and we got invited to another show there. I'll just tell the story because it's funny. We went to another show there, and like, normally, I wouldn't say anything bad, but I was like, these people were doing some like stuff that I thought was like morally wrong too. Yeah, but we went to this show, and the people that put it on, they did a pretty good job. I mean, you could tell it was like their first time, you know, because it's a little like, it's like this, you know, it was clumsy and like, oh shit, where does this go, you know, some shit, like we don't have that cable, like just dumb, you know. But like other than that, it was a pretty good event. All the people that were doing that were good, but they had this group go on, and Angel told the story about this group that came on. They weren't letting anybody on stage.
They weren't?
They were.
Oh,
that's
okay.
what they told us before, because they were like telling us like we could maybe get on there, and I was like, yeah, you know, for sure, we'll probably hit them up.
Yeah.
We talked about it, but they were just letting anybody on stage, which I think sounds better on paper, you know, than it was.
Yeah, because like the whole reason we went there, so we met this girl, fucking Lord Daphne was her name.
Lord Daphne.
We met her.
I liked her too.
That's a dope name.
They just hold it.
Yeah, we met her. Like she told us to go, so we hit her up. We pulled up, and she said, "Oh, I'm gonna go on in like an hour." And then we were just chilled, and there was already people on when we got there. There was Zach, and he was cool. He was all right. And then this fucking crazy group came on. They were fucking. It was out of this world. It was this group, and it's like,
tell them their name.
It was
the name.
fucking
Name drop.
No. I'll drop the name because you know what? I'll drop their name because I think that what that dude was doing was effed up. Do you not want to? Do you not think we should drop it?
I don't care.
I couldn't even find him on the internet. I don't know if they'd ever hear this. Their name was Colt, and no, because if that guy like tried to talk me, I'd tell him like, nah, dude, you're whack, f off, because that's wrong. But so their name was Colt. Do you want me to tell the story?
You can go for it. Okay.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to put his name behind it. Nah, dude, this group is called Colt. KVLT.
Okay.
And like it was like one dude. It was like the head dude. It's like this white dude, and he had like tattoos everywhere, piercings, all the stuff, and like he had a grill, but it was like a devil grill, and he had the long hair. Yeah, it had like fangs, and, like the tattoos all are like demon, devil, like you know what I mean?
I mean, Colt. I mean, you put two and two together. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, but like, it's their image. I'm assuming.
I guess so. He was like this evil devil dude, and then like didn't he like he didn't paint his face, right?
No. He had a group of tattoos. He had a fucking vest on. He looked like he was
Like a Dracula vest.
Like a Torah Vietnam vest looking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like
with fangs.
Yeah, with a grill that was fangs in it.
Like
It
an
had
evil grill.
fucking fangs in
The
it.
evil grill, dog.
And then he come up, he's like, "Oh, make some more coke." And at first we thought he said coke. He said we're coke. He was like,
Yeah, that's what I thought
"Coke's
he said
coming
too."
up." And then we were like, "Oh, they're gonna serve up lines." We were gonna get started with that. But it was this group, and I was like, "What the fuck? What they gonna do? Punk rock at this show?" And then they started like the beat came on, and it was kind of like a trap beat.
It was like super dark evil trap, like devil
808s.
demon trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the music was like, what was it? I can't even. You know what I'll give them? Like the songs weren't like if you changed the lyrics and it made sense music. It all made sense musically and all that. It was just their whole vibe was just all fucked up. Cause like the songs were like 666. I'm a fucking killing devil. Like,
I don't know if they were about like that.
They were saying 666.
Yeah.
Fucking.
He kept doing this thing where he fucking when he was performing, he'd wrap the cord around his neck and then go like this, like he was getting hung or some shit. I don't know. He was just trying to make like shock rap. I don't know.
Oh damn.
It was whack.
So like, he was as a performer, he was good, or like how was like the?
They were alright. He was okay. So here's why I was so effed up because I'm not like still at this point. Only this has happened. Here I'll skip the chest. Here's the immoral thing I thought it was is the main dude was white and he was using the N word when he was rapping. Like, which I just think like if you're not using the word to like describe something that like someone said or like define or something like that, if you're using it, I mean obviously the worst thing is for racism, but if you're using it for your own personal gain, because you don't know nothing about that,
right.
but you're using it to make music, like it's fun, like all that devil shit, that ain't real, but that word is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's yours to fuck around with. So that's why I don't feel bad talking shit because I think it's morally reprehensible. And if that person said, "Hey, why'd you say this?" Because you said this, and I thought that was fucked up, and I don't agree with it. So I don't care. Like usually I wouldn't just name drop. Like,
so in the whole group, there was no black people in there.
There wasn't one.
Damn.
Just, and there was black people watching, and we were all looking at each other. Because I remember, like at the first time, I think he said it once, and we were like, "Nah, he was trying to say something else. There's no way." You know.
And you look back to confirm, like, did he really just say that?
Well, the second time I was like, "Yo, did he just say that?" And then Angel was like, "That's what I heard." Like, and like I started seeing like other people were getting like, "Nah, I'm out of here," because like already said like the thing was already kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like it was already weird, but now this. And he kept trying to like interact with the crowd, and no one wanted to do it, so it was like awkward. You know what I mean? And then at the end, they gave out their mixtape. Which who even owns a fucking CD player? We was just talking about this, right? So they're giving out mixtapes. They only got 5. They was in a Walmart bag, and they was in like a little shitty sleeve, like not even printed, nothing. And then taped to the bag. This is so like I was already cringing. They were giving out the bag, and it had tape to it. I didn't know what exactly, but little baggies, and it was some drug. And they're like, "Yo, the mixtape comes." This is how they said it, like with drugs. And who doesn't love drugs, right? And they had like 5, only like 5 mixtapes, and they were like walking up and handing them to people. I was like, "Get that shit away from me! I don't want anything from you."
Damn.
And then after that, I was like, "Yo, we gotta see that girl," because she was cool. You know, the girl that invited us over there, she was cool. And then we stayed and saw her, but I was just like, man, I'm like exhausted from like how whack.
And then beyond that too, like. just the way they were looking, like, I feel like they don't even appreciate hip-hop culture for what it is. Like, I feel like these guys just think they can hop on a beat and rhyme and call it hip-hop. Like, I don't know, like, there's so much soul involved that I feel like this overlooked, you know?
They took it for
And
themselves.
yeah, the way they did it, I just thought was so untasteful, and I was done with
It's
it.
for performing. That's probably what it is. It's probably little drama club kids. You know what I mean? Just do it for performing. They don't do it for the art. They do it for performing. And you see, I'm getting a taste for you talking about their outfit and everything like that. Like they have that performance space.
No, each one of them was a
they were
character.
craving for attention,
Right,
you know?
that's what it is. But
No,
I mean,
each one
don't
was
mess
a
with the music by doing that. You know what I mean? Like, do a play. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do
Yeah, I
something
don't know,
like
do
that.
something
Don't
different.
fuck with the music.
Don't fuck with that.
Don't
put that on us.
Don't.
Don't put that on me. I don't want to be associated. That's what's the thing. I was like, I want to be far away from these people. I don't want to be associated with them. Oh, but no. There was even. I wish you could see it. We should have filmed it. That shit would have made it on World Star. Like, you know,
it
would have made it on World Star. Because, like, dog, there was like, I low key, I was like looking for him online to see when the next show was, so I could put that shit on World Star. Actually, maybe. Like, I'm gonna just go to like I'll probably actually go like, yo, it was fire. Just do the exact same shit you did last time.
Keep going. Let's this every single time. Never lose it.
But like,
crazy.
dude, so like it was him, and then there was like, do you remember White Girl Mob a few years ago?
Hell yeah, V Nasty.
Yeah, she looked exactly like she was V Nasty. That's how I was trying to tell her. You didn't know what V Nasty was like.
V Nasty has bars. Yeah, V Nasty.
She had bars, but like her steez, you know what I mean? Like the black hair and like she had like a button up like baseball jersey that said like her name. And then there was a dude who was on stage and only rapped in the last song and last in it. So he was just like on stage like the whole time, and he was wearing like, he looked like a frat boy, like he was like a polo shirt, like long buttoned up one, and like khaki pants and like boat shoes, and like his hair parted. And then there was a fourth dude that just seemed like, I don't know, like kind of a chubby dude that eats a lot of chips. Like, like he was just like, you know, like a dude like with a big like black tee and like gauges and a beard. You know, like a big dude just making it happen. You know, but like that was the group. Right? And they're all rapping, and this one dude is on stage the whole time. He doesn't rap at any of the songs. He's just up there.
He's just up there just...
Yeah, you know, like sometimes it'll be like one dude, he's got like 5 of his guys up there with him. Like, I get that. But if you have 4 dudes and then one guy up there.
He's just standing there?
Yeah, he's just like, like he's grooving to it. And then at the last song, he rapped, and it was really obviously lip sunk, and it was like, his voice was like, I believe it. Like, and he was just like, remember? Wasn't it like that?
It was nice.
I mean, that's why he's on that one song, probably. Like, yo, like, we give this one shot, that's it. You know what I mean? You can perform it. That's love as friends, you know what I mean? But don't have me up there looking retarded, man.
Yeah, I don't want to be... That's my thing. It's like, honestly, I was telling him earlier, like, I'd actually rather be, like, the most important thing's the music. The most important thing's the music. But, like, after that, like, after I fuck with you that way, like, you can be, like, missing like technical chops, like you messed something up or like something's not right here. You know what I mean? Like something like that could be effed up because you know that could be fixed.
Right.
But for me, it's way more important that just like your whole style isn't like fucking weird like that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you know what? There's some corny people out there and they like corny music, so you know someone needs to be making it.
Yeah.
But like
you can't fill that void.
Yeah, they're like oil and water.
Yeah. It's not there for everybody, but I mean, if you do it and it makes you happy, you should go for it, but don't stop. That's it. I mean, if you want to do it, do it. But just do it for the love of it, not just to fuck up the music.
And we mix like, I don't know, fucking like beer and cereal. Like, it doesn't go together. Like, it's just, so, yeah, that's me. I don't know, so you got anything else coming up besides Beat Lab?
Not yet, man.
Oh, man.
I'm just grinding.
That's our thing.
Meeting everybody, man. Just trying to build an empire where everybody can eat and everybody can just make dope music and just collab. You know what I mean? There's so much talent out here. And everybody's working alone. You know what I mean? Most definitely. Yeah. Straight up. There's so much talent out here, and everybody's like, understanding everybody's doing their own thing, but I mean, you can always get a little something with everything. So therefore, the album that you have, or that you're working on, you're taking a bit of advice from everybody. You know what I mean? You can just represent what Phoenix has to offer. Because I mean, right now, it's a gold mine. You know what I mean? There's so much dope people out there. Especially you saw from like that one night we were out there. You know what I mean? I didn't know. That was my first time out there too, and I was amazed. I was shocked. I was like, if this is underground hip hop, AZ hip hop, I support it 1,000%.
Yeah, no, for real. There's some artists out here, man.
Yeah, there is.
For real.
There's a lot.
That's my thing. Just like you were saying, like some people are like, I don't know, don't want to fuck with people or do or whatever their thing is, and you know, my thing is just like, I don't think $100 is a lot of money, you know. So I would say, not that I don't respect that, but I'm just saying that I'd rather forego charging someone $100 to work with me or something like that versus, you know, let's just do what we've got. Why put something in the way of us making something go?
Right.
You know, and if it's really dope, the money will come. You know, I think a lot of people right here are so greedy, and it's ironic because it's keeping them from eating.
Right.
You know, like in their greediness, it keeps them from getting anything out of it. So I don't know, man, it's crazy. We're gonna build though. We're gonna build more.
Definitely. Sure.
You were saying, what's the name of your boy that's gonna come through?
His name is Aaron. He goes by Eclipse.
Shout out to Eclipse.
Shout out to EK.
Yeah, we're gonna have Eclipse on the show. Definitely for sure. He'll come through. We'll probably get some music out there to you guys too. But with that, probably unless you had anything else, wrap it up. Let's get into make some beats. All right, it's hot in here too, so we can get into the other beat thing. Open up the door. I got hot here quick. All right, so we're just keep the stream on, and I'll just set up the audio.
Cool.
So anybody, yeah, you can go ahead. Or let's turn this off. So and then I'll mix this later, and we'll just let the people see this. Let's see, do we got anybody chatting? We got 4 people in here. Shout out to the 4 people. Oh man. Oh, here it is.
Where you recording now?
Basically my home. I got like a mic and I got an interface for my school. I was going to school, so I do it from home. I haven't been recording a lot because I haven't been writing a lot. I've been having writer's block, you know what I mean? Once I feel it, I'm gassed, you know what I mean? Recently I've been writing a lot too.
Yeah.
And so like once I write, I'm in it, but like I've got to the point where I can make beats and then write at the same time, because right then I was like, I'm just going to write. I'm not going to make beats for a while, you know what I mean? But now I'm learning how to juggle it.
That's what I'm trying to figure out for you. It's hard.
It is.
It's really hard because they're 2 totally different arts, and like they both require tons of like work and like you respect, you know? Like you can't just like, oh, I'm just gonna half-ass this one, or it ain't like that. All right. Damn, let's hope that video's gonna look good. It's gonna sound good too with this audio.
Yeah, I heard from like from the headphones. That shit sounds crisp.
Yeah, it's gonna sound good. This room is good. This is a dope ass room. So when we record, we have a big like BOGO is what it's called. So it's like 2 of these things that are like 4 feet long that open up, and we have stands. So it's like a little booth kind of. And then we have an SM7 and that mic. They're both like this mic that you were talking to, and they're both like like $600 mics.
Yeah.
Like they're really good mics. So we get some pretty clean recording. We'll show you some music.
Cool.
For sure.
Yeah, man. For sure.
We're trying to. Like, obviously, I got beats on the SoundCloud, but we're working on, once we got 4 songs, we'll put it on a tape. And, you know, like, you and me ain't clicked up with any, like, those Guild or, like, the Animal Collective or whatever it's called.
I know Frank from Guild.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I met him. He's my homeboy's cousin. And I met him a couple of times at Revolver. I listen to some of his music and stuff like that, too. And, what else did I see this? I see him around a lot. I saw him at his graduation. You know what I mean? It's weird, but I mean, he's a cool dude. Sure,
is that Frank Skink Daddy?
No, that's Galore.
Oh, okay. I'm getting it because I'm like only met like a couple people. Like I met like actually met. I've seen a lot of people, but I've met like the photography dude Asa. I've met Wolfsy. I met What else I met another dude. Like there's so many people.
That's probably what's wrong with me. I was just sitting down enjoying the show. I should have talked to people. I was sitting there just vibing. I was just going off on like everything.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to like bounce and like just network and meet everybody. Because that's why I talked to the other dude after you. I talked to Jamal for a while, and that's what he was saying. He says he's just busy until August, and then after that he wants to work. I don't know. He was saying he's like works at Walmart. He's trying to work at Costco.
Yeah, he's trying to grind.
Yeah, he's just on the hustle. Like you could tell. Like I was like when he said he worked at Walmart, I was like. It was dark in there, so I couldn't tell him. Like, oh shit, he just took off his name tag and just low key went up there. Like,
damn.
I was like, that's the hustle, though. You know what I mean?
Start working, go straight to play your beats.
Yeah,
that's
always on it.
That's respect.
Yeah, you can't do nothing but respect that. Command S. What time you bouncing? Where you going?
I gotta go to those fucking classes.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about those. Alright, so I'm gonna open up. So, wait, I was figuring we'll do it. It's like we'll put the stuff up the same, but I'm gonna open up the session like how I do it, so it's got Maschine in there and Logic.
Okay.
And then like that way you can get down on Maschine because you know Maschine, and that way I can also show you like the way I was talking about sampling.
Oh yeah.
And that way like so we could be kind of like combining that. Plus like basically I figured like work for a second, then I'm like all right I'll get in there and I'll lay some drums on top of that,
Yeah, man.
or I'll change this part, So I'm just gonna like save this shit as. Oh, that's a different podcast. Me and my friend was trying to do a podcast about sports for a while, but I moved.
What team you are? What sports?
That's the bathroom right there. Just walk in there and you'll see.
Oh man.
It's actually missing some stuff.
Right here. Let's see what's up. Oh word.
I got like a clock and shit too that goes in there.
I'm a Green Bay fan, so.
Oh, I see you. Hey, you guys did get that. You guys were crazy this year.
Yeah, we shut it down. Not.
Like it didn't look like it was happening, and then damn,
You can't go wrong with Rodgers. He's the man right there.
Yeah, that's like the best quarterback. Him and Tom Brady. And that's the end of the list,
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so I'm going to open up this. So I save like a template. Once it saves this, we just open it up and it's like everything's ready to go. And so we're going to get the sound.
I have this, but what is this for though? I
This,
have like 2 of those. Like, what is that for?
the Thunderbolt cable.
Yeah.
So I cook it up to this. It's anything that has the port. It's like faster than USB, but not like everything has it. So this is the interface that I use, and it uses it, which is cool because I needed to free up USB slots.
Okay.
Because like I got like back here, I glued like an external hard drive.
Yeah.
That's where I keep all my samples.
That's
and
what I need. I
everything.
need one. Mine just recently just busted on me, so I need another one.
Yeah, I keep thinking like I really need to back that one up, like because if that one busted, that would really suck. But yeah, I for sure need to do that. So now we got to set up this stream. So okay, new from template, close. What do you like to rap about?
Life.
Straight, all right.
Life, man. Life and just basically. I mean, I'm pretty much goofy for the most part, but I just basically just spit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get my shit off.
But say, I've been on a feeling that when we were talking about, like, I feel like everybody's doing it. You know what I was telling you? It was like that, like, dark trap music. Kind of like, XXX Temptation?
Yeah.
You heard of him? It's
Yeah.
kind of like that, where it's just like, like super loud and like.
It's different. I like that new wave. You know,
I like it, but I'm saying everyone's doing the same.
Yeah. You know when that new wave's out there, everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Are these like the actual records?
Yeah, those are actual records. Well, you know what that is? It's straight. There's holes in there's like a window right there, but it's like such a stupid window. Like there's windows behind each one,
Yeah.
and they just let like the sun in, and they don't look good.
That's dope.
So we covered them, and then we put records in front of it so it didn't look as bad.
That's what's up.
So people always are like, "Oh, that's dope! You put like records in the wall," and we're like, "Yeah."
I was like, I was like, damn. I was like, when I get a house, I'm most definitely gonna do that shit because I have records on my wall too.
Oh yeah.
I have blueprints.
I saw that on your Snapchat.
Yeah, I have a bunch of records on my wall. The records that mean something to me too. But yeah, I have Nas. I have the 10-year edition though.
Oh yeah.
The purple one. Yeah, I have that one. I don't have Danny though. I don't have Kendrick.
I got. Those are like some. So like, I should have shown you. After we do some stuff, I'll show you my record. You want to smoke a little bit?
I don't smoke.
Oh, you don't smoke? Okay.
I don't smoke.
The out there though, I'll show you anyways after either after or before in a second.
Mhm.
I got like my record collection like this. That's all my like records I bought from like record stores. And then I have like my personal that's where like if I buy a new Kanye record, that's where that would be. But then I got over here like all the ones that I sample from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so I got like out there, I got like 300 records. There's a bunch of records in here that's just like I just grab a stack and throw it in that milk crate and bring it in here.
Okay.
Where is my? Oh, it's right here. I gotta get faster with this thing.
Kanye,
I thought it was
in a sentimental mood. Okay.
that record was alright. It has a lot of like strings and stuff like that. I thought it was. I threw it on there because I like world music records a lot actually.
Yeah.
World music I think is like Timbaland samples a bunch of world music.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy shit. It's a whale, fam. The voice of the whale?
That record actually has some crazy samples on it.
I bet. George Crumb?
You know records that I try not to buy no more because I have too many of them, and I think a lot of them are actually kind of whack. Now you could probably flip them. Is all those like classical records,
Like
not
Mozart and
like
shit?
not like Mozart, but orchestras that were like in the 20s.
Oh yeah, with like all that bass and like
Yeah, like Henry
chords
Mancini.
and all that. And I mean,
I'm sure there's definitely people that flipped it and it's dope, for sure. But
it's just too easy.
yeah,
It's too easy. It's just so much going on. I mean, I don't know. I like everything. If I hear it, then I'm gonna get it.
yeah.
But I'm real picky. I'm real picky about records. Like, I got to hear like 3 hot ones, or at least 1 hot one or 2 hot ones. Then I'll determine if I buy it or not.
Oh, I see you. Okay.
And I if I'm like iffy about it, then I go like, I'll turn it around and give side B a chance. And if it's not, then I'm like, okay, whatever.
You know what I want for digging is have you seen portable record players? It's like one that you hold and it's like, I don't know how to explain. It's like this, and then you put the record in, and you hold it like this, and it can play it in the circle. So you can like carry it around and check records out before you buy them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, Revolver, you can listen to records.
Yeah, I always feel weird though when I like listen to every single one.
Really?
They're like, oh man, this guy's gonna be in here for like, you know what I mean?
I feel like somebody, but I was like, I don't care. If no one's in there, I'm like, well, it's whatever. I'm gonna get it for a while. You know what I mean? But if someone's there, I'll skim through it. You know what I mean? And like do that. But until then, I'm like, whatever.
Because I'll be systematic about it. You know what I mean? Like I'll be in there.
It's whatever. But yeah, man, that would be smooth. That reporter, I would love that.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
No, for sure. Like I'd want one. That would save you from buying so many like, because I mean like, I know we were just saying like every record's dope, but for real like some records are better than others.
True,
You know what I mean?
True. Without a doubt.
Like I mean I'm sure I heard DJ Dahi flip some country records and it was dope, but like.
Yo, Rhythm
Dawn
Roulette is
Summer-
like the best shit have happened of like producers of all time. Like that.
For sure.
That channel is the dopest shit of all
Do you
time.
ever listen to Black Chat? Have you heard of that?
What is that?
It's, you know who Illmind is? He's a producer.
Yeah.
He has a podcast. It's called Black Chat. That's like I started listening to it a little while ago. It's like one of the only ones that's really out there for producers, and his is like definitely the best. Like he really cornered the market on it. But it's just like a podcast for producers. He has like a couple other producers and like an A&R, like his A&R on there, and they just talk about like music industry and the 2 cents of the producer, like what's good for producers. They have a new producer on there every week, and like huge ass producers. They had like the dude that produced what's the name of that group? Man, they've had like huge people on there, like people that have produced like they had like the guy that produced a song on like Drake's last record, like big high level producers on there, and they just talk to them, and then people send in their beats, and they do this thing called Blap or Crap, where they like play people's beats they send in, and they tell them what they need to fix or like if it's good.
That's criticism that people need though. That's awesome.
Exactly, yeah, and they're not. And the cool part is they don't pull punches, which is good because you need that. Like you need to hear, like they'll tell you like. It sucks. Delete it. Like that's what I'm saying. Hit the delete button. Like which
they know their shit though. So I mean,
yeah,
that's dope.
No, for sure. Yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. I listen to it. It's like once a week.
Yeah. That's something different.
Yeah, it's I like it. It's one of those I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Okay.
So
my homie does one too, so I'll send you one of his.
For real? Yeah.
He does it with sports music and all that, entertainment and all that. So yeah.
Oh, for sure. And you know what? If he does, like, hit him up. Maybe we can like collab and do one all together or something.
Yeah. I'll tell him that for sure.
My case set.
What's that in a box? Where's that there? Right.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, thank you. Now, this looks like the box for something else.
I said that before. You smoke?
No, he said he did.
Oh, word? Oh.
It was like right after.
I'll take off early.
Hey, later, Doc. Later. It's always weird asking someone the first time. That's what we're saying. Like, how should we ask them? Just like to offer, you know what I mean? Because I feel like if someone does, you should offer.
Right,
you know?
Right, yeah.
Like it's for
that
sure.
hospitality.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to, but I stopped, man.
Oh, no, there's no sweat, but I was just like, how to ask them. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm just trying to. Because it could be weird, because some people would be like, what? How dare you ask me that? You know what I mean?
I mean, but nowadays it's such an open thing. It's something bad about it. You know what I mean? But I mean, I can understand back in the day, people were like, what? You know what I mean? But like.
Nowadays, in like 2017, who cares?
Right.
Right here.
Everybody's going now. Your setup is dope. I like your desk. I'm a desk fan. I love desks. Like,
you know what? I like that it's but it's like not that high quality. I love the shape and the idea of it, but just I wish I spent more money, because I kind of cheaped out. Like I was like, what's the cheapest one that I can afford that's good enough? And if I could go back, I should be like, you know what? I wouldn't even notice if I spent $100
Yeah.
now, but like,
Just I wish it was a choice bit. Because it gets shut down. You know, like it's time.
let's set this up. So, where's the sun coming out at? Oh, it's on in here. Okay, there we go.
I watched that dude too.
Oh, which
The
one?
album reviews.
Oh, Needle Drop?
Yeah,
He's
man.
dope. He's the best one. Like, he's no shit.
He's spot on too. Like everything I said about the album, he says I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. He never says anything that's like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, he's spot on about it. He knows his shit, obviously.
Okay,
Yeah, he's cool.
just into here.
I like your little key things too. That's pretty smooth.
Oh yeah, this thing's tight. Except if you know you got like a bunch of instances or something, and the computer starts working real hard, I gotta take it off because it doesn't let enough heat out.
Damn.
But it's cool because it like lets you remember all the buttons so you can work faster.
Yeah. All the shortcuts.
What's your setup looking like?
Oh, let me see.
Because you know producers are always showing each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, all the time.
Like I'm always like posting my setup.
Let's see if I got a picture of it. I think I don't, but let me see.
All right. Okay, yeah, we're getting good sound.
I hate when you try to look for something you can't find it, but when you don't need it, it's always there. That's the shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, like it's always there, and like right now I'm like, shit, where is it?
Yeah.
That's how it felt setting this thing up. I was like trying to prepare, so like when you got here, it would be quick.
Are you a fan of Madlib?
Hell yeah.
What about Doom? You fuck with Doom too?
Oh, who'd you say, Doom or Dilla? Both I fuck with.
Okay.
Whichever you say.
Check this. This is what like inspired me when I saw this picture. You're gonna bug out too because you're a producer too. So this shit right here is gonna blow your mind. Then I'll show you my setup.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If I can find the picture now, I can't find the picture. Damn. Where is this shit at? I just had that shit, man.
Where'd you find it at?
I found it on Twitter. I just go through some shit and this girl posted it. I was like, damn, marry me. Oh, right here.
Yeah, sorry, I got myself caught.
That's cool. I got you, man.
All right. You see? That's true,
That's
though.
it. That's it.
True.
It is true. I'm like, damn.
Well, you know what, man? Like, my big thing with like a mixing was I was like, man, I want my shit to sound professional, but I don't have enough money to learn, or I'm sorry, to do it,
Right,
to go pay someone to do it. So I've just been like trying to learn and getting all this stuff, and I'll show you some stuff. Like I think I'm actually like I'm still like trying to get better as a rapper and trying to get better as a producer.
Yeah.
But I think my mixes is pretty good, especially for someone that's doing it for free. Like,
Yeah.
so if you or anybody like feel like, you know what, I wish I could get a better mix in this, like give me a shot. I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
Send it over. If you need somewhere to record too, like, you know, I'm always trying to get better, and I feel like that's a cool thing like I could offer other artists, because I feel like the best way to get like to grow is gonna be to just like work with lots of people,
Right.
and give like when someone gets my stuff, I want them to feel like they're getting a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want like them to feel like, oh, I bought this album and it was like he squeezed every like. I want to feel like I'm giving you more value than you're paying.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that way you always know it's like worth it to pay me. You know. All right. All right. Oh, shit, man, we live.
Oh shit.
Alright, so to anybody tuning in, what's up? The camera's up here. So this is my man Teezy. We just were live streaming while we recorded our first like podcast / radio interview conversation type thing. It's gonna be on YouTube. You can check our stuff out where it'll be posted, and it'll be posted on his stuff too as well. But I'm at thisexit.net. My name's Grip. I'm the producer and one of the rappers in This Exit. This is Teezy. Me and him met at Beat Lab the other day over here in Phoenix, Tempe area. We're start doing this stuff every Tuesday. Teezy's gonna be kind of like my most constant recurring guest. Like whenever I can't meet someone, cause I don't know, I'm not likable or whatever, I'll get him in here and he'll show me some love and we'll make some beats together. But
Always.
shit, we're just gonna get into it. If anybody's in there, I'm gonna open up the chat. So if anybody's out there watching, I don't know if anybody's watching this, but if there is, you know, yeah. So just drop in. You know what I mean? And you know, people will be checking it out after it comes out and stuff too.
Don't be scared.
Yeah,
Don't
just
be
drop
scared.
in. Tell us if you want us to sample something or whatever.
Ideas, you know what I mean? So,
Anything. It's just gonna be chill. So, all right. So let's get to. You want to throw on a record first, or you want to like? How do you usually start? Or you start with the drums first.
I do both. It depends.
You know what? Let's go on the record, and then we can talk about. So here's how I sample. What kind of record player you got?
I have, I don't know what kind of record. I don't even know my setup. My setup is like record player, speakers, computer, the machine.
Okay.
But on the top, I don't know what record player I have.
Does it have the out? Does it have USB, or does it only have like the white and the red?
It has both.
It has both. Does it look like this one?
I had that one at first, but I took it back.
But it's got USB still, the one you got now? Okay, this is how I do it, because mine's USB.
Okay.
So I'll take... Alright, which one we get into first, homie?
Just Russian roulette it.
Alright. Alright, I know it's on top, so...
You want to mix it up?
Yeah, you mix them up, mix them up. Otherwise it's not going to be real.
Right. Don't be legitness. Alright. Nice.
Alright, alright.
See what she's about.
You know I picked the bad bitch first. I was peeking. you know I did
right.
that.
You gotta do it.
You're going to see it, watching the stream like that sneaky motherfucker.
You know what he's doing?
I was like, is this one closed on all sides?
The sleeves is always crucial.
Alright, so mine's just hooked up USB, because this one's USB. So it's hooked in over here. I got like a little hub thing.
Okay.
So I have more, because I need lots of USB.
Right.
So I throw it on, and I have Audacity too. You know about Audacity? So I use Audacity to just do my sampling.
Okay.
Because it can read it, so I just go into the settings over here. There's a way to do it in Maschine, but the reason why I don't do it in Maschine is because if you sample directly in Maschine, like you play the sound in here, like Maschine can't play sound out of the different thing it's getting sound from. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the feed. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if I put sound out of here, I can't hear nothing. So I just do it this way because all my sound is in here. You know what I mean? I run it through here, and it doesn't have the outputs for that. So I run it through here, and then if you go in here, it's USB audio codec. It's probably something like that for you, like USB audio. So once it's on, I set it to it's listening to this. I just click to monitor, and now it's picking up the feed from it. So since it's on, like you can hear it turn on and off.
Okay. So I just probably need Audacity.
Yeah, that's probably what I do. I mean, it adds one more step if you do it this way. This isn't the only way to do it. This is the way I do it.
And it's just render it like as a WAV file. Because you can render it. I mean, instead of doing MP3, you can just render a WAV file and you're already done and put it inside Maschine.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I do. So like, I have like so I try to be really organized with it. I used to not be organized, and when I became a beat maker, I have to be because shit, your computer's like your house. You know what I mean? Like you're in there, you know. So
I'm the same way with my iTunes. Like I'm real anal about that. Like I need the album artwork and I need to have every single track name.
yeah, if it's just a bunch of random, and then like you know what sucks when you get someone's that's like that, where it's not.
There's like 4 Little Waynes and like 2 J's. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you don't have I don't know what's the Little Wayne song I was listening to after Carter 4? John. Like you don't have this song, and it's like, oh, I do, but it's under Lil Wayne with 2 A's. You know what I mean? Because he has like 3 Lil Waynes, and it's like, oh my god.
Lil Wayne with a little hyphen in it, like, why?
Lil Wayne, but he spelled it Little.
Right. I know exactly what you're talking about. I hated that shit.
Oh man. Oh, but so I put my samples all through in here.
Okay.
And then final samples in here, and then these are dated.
Nice.
And then here's where I export.
Nice.
And then I got resampling. What is this?
That's
Oh,
so
these
dope.
are ones I've made.
That's so dope. I mean, the way you do it with dates, that's cool to show your worth ethic too. You know what I mean? I did like 5 that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just cool. I like that. That's cool.
This
it's different. It's cool.
This thing I'm trying to use more too. My friend gave it to me a long time ago, but it's badass. It's 2 little condenser mics, so it's always stereo.
Okay.
So you can like make really cool recordings with it. So I've been like doing stuff like sometimes where like I'll make a sample by tapping on shit in the house or something with it, and then take it out later and like just mangle the sample, and it turns into something dope. You know what I mean?
With drums too.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was thinking it would be cool to make a beat like you know clips we were talking about in the car. You know, yeah, but something like that, like banging on a table or something, and just make it smack. Like put 808s and some.
Right.
Damn it, smack.
She's singing her heart out.
Yeah, this record ain't too bad. Oh, here's how to do it. So, you want to pick a sample out there, and then I'll show you how I. Or do you want me to just pick on there?
You can do it, man. Just show you grind first.
All right. I didn't know if I was like, am I putting them on the spot or not letting them go? It's my first time doing it. In case you ain't know, it's our first time doing this. If anybody's watching.
Ooh, we got to start that one over. That was probably flame in the beginning.
That intro probably full of
Right.
it. You know what? Oh no. I just believe already.
I can tell by your eyes that you've probably been crying forever. And the stars in the sky don't mean nothing to you. They're a miracle. I don't want
That little vocal hit right there. That's gonna be it.
how you broke my heart. If I stay here just a little bit longer, if I stay here, won't you listen to my heart?
Ooh. The bass just came in.
Oh, my heart. If I stand all alone, will the shadows have the color of my heart? Blue for the tears, black for the night's fear. The stars
Damn, I don't know when to stop this one.
Right,
She's coming with it.
She's singing, man.
to you, they're a miracle.
What kind of music would you call this? Because it's like almost country, but not really.
Yeah.
It's like pop country almost.
Talk about how you broke
Was it Rita? Rita Coolidge?
if I stay here just a little bit longer. If I stay
Pop country.
won't you listen
And she was in jazz charts too.
to my heart?
Still living. She's 72.
Shout out to Rita Coolidge.
Shout out to Rita though. Lafayette, Tennessee.
Lafayette. How you say it?
Lafayette?
I thought Lafayette was in Louisiana. Is there one there too?
I'm not sure.
Oh man, I don't know nothing. I'm from
She's associated with Eric Clapton, so that means she's serious. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna export it. Where we're at. You good with that? Oh shit, I accidentally pressed it.
Cool.
I was trying to ask you and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna put my
I'm
finger
pretty sure you got enough.
Sometimes it's better to have less so that way you have less of a choice and you
Yes,
just
sir.
get to work.
More pad options.
So, what's our sample's called? So, 1, 2, 3. I don't want to talk about it.
Damn, she don't want to talk about it. She was singing about it, that's for sure.
Shit, you don't gotta talk, girl.
Right.
Like that.
Looking like that, girl. You just sit there, girl.
Snack, man. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, my girlfriend texted me a while ago and I forgot to respond to her. I'm just gonna be pissed.
You don't want that.
And then already, yeah, and I'll throw it in. Oh, here's what I'll do. I'll make a new file. Today's today, the 10th?
Today's the 11th, my man.
I'm all backed up. 7, 11, 17. And it is. The name of this file is going to be Rita, that's right.
Rita Coolidge. RC Cola.
Oh, wait, this is a folder. That's what I was trying to remember. There, and that's. Don't talk about it, Rita Coolidge. and so I bounce it out of there, and this is how it works now. So I used to just like work a machine, but now so what I do is this. It'll make sense in a set. So this is Logic, right? Here's all my tracks set up, and I have 2 instances. I never knew what this meant. Instance. I found it out when I started doing this.
Step. I always mess with step a little bit.
Yeah, I used to. I mess with step too. You know, I used to be like, no, I'm not gonna click in my drums. I click it in all the time now because you know what? I like the way it sounds.
Yeah, especially being on rhythm too. I usually start with the step with my claps, so I know I'm on rhythm.
Yeah, there you go. Like I'll do that with like the hi hats actually.
Oh yeah.
Keep me on time. I just put some 8s down. But so, I have a 16 out machine. So this is like a machine with 16 outputs. So if I hit this one. And so I can put anything on these. So I have like one group that'll output like that. And then over here, I got it set up. So I've got another set of machine. So if I go like this, there's machine 16 out, machine stereo.
Damn.
That's what instances. So then I have like, it's basically like another machine thing is open. And this is the one that I'll usually chop up the sample in.
Okay.
Because this one is like, you know that one, each one of these came out in their own?
Yeah.
And this one, they all come out one.
Okay.
So that way I'll put my sample in there and play it, but it all comes out in one thing.
Right,
So that's why it's cool for that, or just do anything like that. And then I've got a couple other things over here opened up. Obviously, you can still open up like a synth and machine and put it right here. But you can open up a synth over here, play it on the keyboard. So I've got like massive, reactor, control, and this is just like a Rhodes that I keep open. But you can put there's other instruments I got in here from Logic. So if you want to get in any synth or anything, and you don't know how to get there, I get you in. This is contact. You use contact. And I got contact right here. And I got like a couple instruments in there, you know.
Yeah.
Because I got the ones that came with. Oh, you know, I bought Complete when it was on sale.
Okay.
So I got Complete ones for like $150. So that's how I got all these instruments. And then I just got tons of samples. I put in my machine library. So if you go in here, I'll see there. You got like a pattern in here, I guess. Oh, I was playing around. But we gotta start from scratch. Now we cheating. We're not cheating, guys. You're gonna see the beat all the way. Yeah, I think that was the beat. I was streaming the other day, and my little brother was watching me, and he was just telling me like, did it sound right? You know what I mean? I was just making sure everything worked. So that was the beat I think I made when I saved this. But so
this was groovy.
These are all like the samples that I got loaded in here. So like I got like a J Dilla pack, K Dot pack, Kanye pack. It's like an OVO pack. I got all these different samples. This one is like called like Satan. I downloaded off some like website off of Reddit. But it's fire. It's got like the dopest 808s. Everything's just got like evil names. Like check out these 808s.
It's always the weird ones that.
They're all tuned. Like you can even hear me.
Ooh.
Now like weird names, but it's a dope pit. You know what I mean? I can't talk about the kit. You know what I mean? It's a dope kit. It's just got that name. But he's got like atmospheres. All these percussion hits. You know we gotta have the AK hit, you know. But so yeah, I mean I got all these. You brought some records, and do you got anything else? You want to let's go in with all this stuff.
Let's go in it.
Let's go in. All right. So I'll probably open up. This is probably how I usually start. I'll go in here. Open up the stereo one. Yeah, it's machine stereo. Samples. Vinyl.
I can tell by your eyes. I can tell by your eyes that you've probably been crying forever. And the stars in the sky don't mean nothing to you. They're a mirror. I don't wanna talk about it, how you broke my heart. If I stay here just a little bit
duplicate that, and I'm just gonna play with it. It's not even like perfectly in time, but somehow it has like a groove.
Swing.
Yeah.
It's dope watching other people work.
And you know what? I've never worked with another person, and like I was just thinking, I'm like, man, I'm really excited to see him because I remember I was watching Clams Casino, I think. Some producer was talking about it. He said the #1 way, like they started getting like way better, way faster when they started working with other people.
Okay.
Because you just learn, like you can learn things on YouTube, but just like watching someone, because like all this stuff, like I basically learned it on my own. You know, there's something pretty much for you. You know, you can't go to school and take beat class.
Right,
you know, which is crazy because like who. Dude, the guitar is like a saxophone nowadays.
Right.
Who plays guitar? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, which is no disrespect to guitar. Like, I sample guitar, I love it, but I'm just saying, like, this is like what people play now, so I don't see why they don't teach it. But so, it's all just like, most producers are in the dark because producers don't talk to each other. You know, they just hide.
We're assholes.
Yeah.
We're assholes.
So here was I was telling Angel before I went to that Beat Lab thing. It was my first time going to something, and I was kind of nervous because the way I was always like, dude, whenever there's something that's like a rapper event where rappers going to, like, okay, there's gonna be some dope people, but the problem is there's gonna be some people that are straight up dumb.
Yeah.
And then when you go to a producer thing, there's gonna be nerds. You know what I mean? Because so many producers are like people that just like, I think that's why they produce, because you can do it like in private, you don't have to talk to nobody.
Right.
Like, I don't know what it is, but so like, I'm always like, man, I don't know, but that event was dope, man.
It was
dope.
Everybody brought heat.
Yeah.
Straight up heat. I think Adam knew what he was doing. He was like, yo, you need to come. You know what I mean? I'm like,
are those his beats in the middle?
Probably, I think so.
Yeah, his stuff seemed pretty cool. If that was his, I don't know if he was just like DJing random people's stuff.
I don't know, but I think it was his.
Yeah,
talk to him.
Fire.
I need to talk to him about that. They can't be hot on your stuff, man. Shit.
Yeah, he says that he does a lot of stuff with Guild and the Brunch Collective guys. So now we gotta find the tempo. It's like the hardest part. This is where it can get kind of confusing. I know it's going to confuse some people because it still mixes me up. So there's two machines. So there's a machine over here and there's a machine over here, and they're different. You feel me? So it's not just like one's opened up.
Yeah.
And to switch it on this one, you have to go in here and pick it.
Okay.
So you press shift in this. So you might have one open and you're like, why is it doing that? Because I do that all the time. And then you realize like, oh, I'm in the wrong one than I am on here. You know.
Gotcha.
So it can be confusing. But like once you get like used to it, I feel like you have so many more options. So like I want to go back to this one. I want to see. Over here it'll tell you like the BPM of your sample usually. So it says it's like it went way. Oh man, I probably sped it up way fast. It's probably like over here.
two programs right now, all in one, basically.
Yeah. So like this is the one with the sample plan,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've got over here. I've got these, but I was just using those to kind of get the sample right, because the way I chopped it was kind of weird, you know. So it was like kind of, you know, we can sit too, because I realized this thing's kind of cutting off our heads. I got two of these chairs. I ordered one of these chairs, and they accidentally sent me another one. The company that I ordered them from, they're like pretty bomb chairs, like 120. So I got two now, and I was like, yo, now I gotta do a show,
Right.
because I got two chairs.
Why not?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because this chair, you feel it's kind of hot in here, huh?
No, I mean,
Really? It's probably like that at your place too, huh?
I mean, I don't have a lot of stuff in my house, so like all the air just comes to me, so it's like pretty cold in there. But I'm like, it takes a lot for me to get hot though.
Yeah, I don't know. I get Angel's like obsessed with trying to cool down the house.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy, the other homie, he's on the video Preem. His real first name's Angel. He's like obsessed with like ways to cool down the house. It's like all the windows are covered. It's like we're in a cave.
You need that cool air around here.
Yo, you need it. It's true.
Straight up. Get irritable real quick.
Some snares. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. See, I always do this. See what I mean about this sample pack, the same one? You see what they're called?
I can't see it.
You see like the names of these?
Cloud snare?
And like this one?
Oh, wow. Oh!
they're all named like this.
That's hilarious. Oh, wow. Damn. Coke snare?
It's cock clap.
Damn.
They're all like super good. It's a dope pack.
Snare.
That
That's
actually is a pretty good snare too.
That's most definitely a trap snare.
You know what? Maybe it's don't need a trap snare. It's probably need like a Dilla snare or Kanye. Oh, you know what? Let me go on these Kanye claps. Does that feel that time to you?
What are you doing now?
Trying to make something to vary it so it's not just one loop. Yeah, that actually sounded kind of cool, but I did something weird. That's not what I was meaning to do.
Had to come right after that sample.
else I got set up too, part of the reason it's cool to do it in here is I got a reverb send. Do you ever use those?
I use it with. I barely got into to Logic now, so I got all the sounds and everything like that. And I was messing with my vocals on one, so I've been messing with the reverbs and all the echoes and everything like that too.
Dope, man. If you ever like need, like I said, I got a bunch of dope ass mixing software over here too. Even if you want to just use my shit,
Okay.
or if you wanted me to like try doing something free, I've got this is like one of the best reverbs. I got Ozone. I got Ozone, which is like for like mastering. Where is it at? Over here. I got Ozone. I got Neutron. I got like a bunch of Isotope, Sound Toys, and UAD.
Okay.
I got a bunch of dope plugins.
Okay, yeah.
So like, if you ever need,
lace me.
what's that?
I said you gotta lace me.
Oh yeah, for real. Like so I set up a send for this reverb. So like whenever I want, like it's already set up and I can just change the reverb. So since these sounds are over here, like this way I don't send the kick to the reverb, because that'll like make it like it's too like echoey in the low end.
Yeah.
If I can send like this snare there. Dopest kid. But look what its name is.
Damn.
I'm serious.
Is it the Satan one?
Yeah, because I keep going to this kit. I'll just read the name of it. I got this kit. Like I don't know if you guys heard us earlier. Talking about this kit I got. It's called like the Satan drum kit. I got it on Reddit. The drums is fire, but like
that's all that matters.
Yo, hear this kick.
It's dope ass kick.
Y'all hear this? This kick. We're gonna use it, but it's called Blowing the Homeless kick. You heard me? Blowing the Homeless. That's what the kick is named. That's the kick we're using. All right, we're all in this together.
Right, we're all blowing the homeless right now.
Totally messing up this sample right now. Alright, I'm turning it over to you because I think I'm messing it up. I'm all awesome with it. Teezy's got to save this one, because this sample's good.
The sample's fire. Alright. I can't step it, huh? Can I step it?
Yeah, you can step. You just oh, there you go. And then if you press, yeah. See, so what's going on is like here's your pattern. You know, it's looping here. But this is slaved to this. Like this thing is in charge. Logic's in charge.
Okay.
So back here, like I've got it looping 4 bars. But like only 1 bar is in here.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter how far you stretch it. But the other one, this sample's going. This thing's got 4 bars. So it'll go through the whole thing in there. You feel me? So like this one's repeating. And then the sample like you heard is just the my heart, my heart, my heart. And then the reverse. But you can totally change the sample if you're like,
oh, sample's fire.
Thought you was gonna be like, oh man, this guy don't know how to chop up samples.
Nah, I trust you. Oh, how do I press play right here?
Yeah, you can start it like that. So you have to press play in here. So this play won't work yet, but you still record in Maschine in here.
Okay, cool. Okay, got you.
Do your pads feel more responsive than mine?
My pads are. You gotta like tap the shit out of them.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like mine have less sensitivity. Oh, see, like you already got it. Snap this dude, cause you. Damn. Yo, I was just fucking this sample all up. My man's saving it right now. Oh man. Yo, I was just fucking this sample all up. My man's saving it right now. What's your SC?
Teezy Tombone.
Teezy Tombone.
I have a lot of nicknames, yeah, but that's it. Like,
You know, man, I got some stupid nicknames too. You know what I always get? My real last name is Deckler, so I always get Geico everywhere I go.
Seriously?
Yeah. Which is like not bad. I'm like other commercials are funny, I guess. What's a good way to type SC on here?
You're the ghost.
How do I do that?
For the emojis.
How do I do it? I was gonna put your SC. Yeah, but then what's your
Oh, it's all together. Teezy Tombone. Teezy-T-O-N-E.
like that?
Tombone, yeah. Like T-O-N-E.
Tone bone.
Yeah, Tombone.
Oh, like tone bone. I don't know if I want to know how you got that one.
Well, like my nickname.
Like that. That's how I do it, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Can you stretch that? Like, how do I stretch it to get that? You know what I mean? Like past the second bar.
So you want a longer pattern?
Mm-hmm.
So you just change length on the pattern in Maschine. So you could like double it. Like, did you want to change it so you did that kick change?
So I can get basically stretch it out more. Because right now it's at the 2 mark. I want to get to the 4 so I can.
You want it over here?
Yeah.
So you could double it and just double it twice, and that would put all the drums you had before.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you want it empty?
Empty.
If you empty it, then you just turn. So if you go in here, whole pattern,
Mm-hmm.
you just turn this shit, and then that like spins it on there.
Okay. Yeah.
But now it's empty. So if you click double, then it would have just kept filling it with what you had before.
And then yeah.
But so now if you click play, it'll be like. There's some kick. I left some snares in there from before. But yeah, now you got all 4. Yo, you want some water?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some water. knew the sample was fire, but I was just not finding the groove. And then you went in there, that's it.
It's on Fritz.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what's happening?
Maschine-
It's too fire, dude. Your shit's too high.
Maschine is the same thing every single time too.
It's because this thing's on. And it gets confused. There's so much stuff.
Mhm.
Like sometimes I got so much shit in here, like it's gonna fucking blow. Like
Oh, shit.
the shell, the fans are going off. Like the computers can barely handle it.
Right.
Oh, but now it should be good.
So what's your producer name? How do you spell it?
So I produce this Grip Owens, but we've been pushing this exit, like the group, this exit. So I would just push out like this exit.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, I'll go by Grip. I've been having a hard time trying to go like, yo, I need to stop going by my first name,
Yeah.
and I keep forgetting to call Angel Prime. He goes by Primo Steel.
Okay. That's tight.
Yeah.
That's tight. And you guys work together too, so that sounds like a, like, you know what I mean, like a duo. You know what I mean? Like that's a strong duo name.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I'm hoping.
That's it.
I think that it took a long time to pick out our names.
It sounds well thought of. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, I like that you just go by your nickname, right? And
Yeah.
because Teezy, that's what's cool because you like it's your name. You know what I mean? Like you already answer to it.
Yeah.
Like I'm already getting used to like, oh, I gotta tell people my name's Grip. You know what I mean? Like,
That's tight. You are your nickname. You know what I mean? Your music stands behind your name. You know what I mean? That's
For
what
real.
That's what we're gonna remember you as. You know what I mean? It's not your regular name anymore.
Don't be jumping on people, Cage fella. She's the sweetest girl in the world, but
Yeah, she's real chill.
she just wants to be part of everything. And whenever, like, if my girlfriend comes over, I hug her. Every time she gotta get on that. She jumps up and she's like, gets in it too.
It's a group thing. Bring it in.
Like, come on, guys. Let me in. Oh shit. That actually did kind of sound cool.
Yeah,
Huh?
it really did. Infamous hi-hats.
It's gotta happen.
The icing on the cake.
It's about to happen, man. Just some weird shit right here.
You taught all this stuff yourself?
Yeah, I mean, like, we'll learn from YouTube videos and,
That's dope.
you know, whatever I can get.
I was going to school for this shit.
Oh, yeah? Where'd you go to school at?
I went to Full Sail Online. Then I'm starting school at the Conservatory of Recording and Arts on September.
Oh, that's dope. You excited?
I'm
So
super excited.
what are you gonna take?
The same thing. I'm going to be audio engineer.
Like audio engineering?
Same
Yeah, see, like, I'm all self-taught. I was thinking, because, like, right now, I do Uber.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I just got a lot of money saved up, and I'm just like, you know, I gotta make it happen. Like, you know what I mean? So, but I was thinking, like, that might be a good thing to get into, like, interning at, like, a studio or something. But I don't know if they'll hire me based on just, like, yo, I've been doing my homework. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a bunch of cats.
It's experience, though, too, man. That's another...
That's
you know
what I
what
think.
Yeah. I mean, if you... Go for it. Go back.
That's what I'm thinking. So did you go to school for it already?
Yeah, I took recording arts. That was one class, and we had basically had to start from beginning to end, from learning Logic. That took all the stuff from school, and so all this class had to get a track and then render it down and add filters to it, all that stuff. I mean, I got pretty good grades in that class. Just that last thing, I don't know, I didn't save it or something like that, so I got a D for that class. I was mad. I was like, yo, I had a solid stupid ass A. And just because I didn't save it, I couldn't, turn in, because I was like literally waiting like 12 o'clock to turn in, and I was like, damn, I didn't save it. I was like, damn, I was super sour about it.
Oh, somebody just posted in with my little brother. He said, hey, the stream's good, but I gotta bounce.
Smooth. Shout out to little bro, though.
But, no, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
He's like, I'm sorry I couldn't inform you. That was a lot. Because, like, basically the last week was you messing with that track. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, once the track was gone, that's basically all your work for that week. So it was basically just trash. And I was like, fuck. That was basically our final, basically what it was. So once you fail a final, that's it. And I was like, damn. And it was online, so I realized online wasn't for me. I need to be hands-on, so that's why I reached out to them. And I was like, okay, cool. I got accepted and everything. So
is that a physical place out here?
Yeah.
Or is it, what is it called? The conservatory?
Conservatory of Records and Sciences. It's in Gilbert. And basically you get a big-ass studio, man. And like once you're there for like, I think 4 months, they give you a studio just for you to mess with.
Damn.
You can go anytime you want to, and you just record shit.
You heard about a place out, I think it's just in downtown, called Crates?
Mm-mm.
Somebody was telling me about it, that there's this place out here called Crates, and it's a barbershop / you can buy records there, and there's like a recording studio, and there's like a podcast. I was like, that sounds like the dopest place I ever heard
Exactly.
of. Well, how haven't I heard of it?
Exactly.
How haven't I been to this place?
Get a haircut, get some records, and record? Like, what?
Yeah.
That sounds like life.
Like, it sounds dope, so I need to go check it out.
Yeah, man.
I keep saying, but like, I'm in like oh, is my thing right here? Oh, I must put it away. I'm like I told you, like, my schedule is crazy. Like, I have, like, every hour, like, what I'm going to be doing, pretty much. Like, it never, like, obviously some stuff gets moved and pushed around and stuff. But it's like, I'm taking it serious having no money, you know what I mean?
Straight
like,
up.
or not working right now. So, like, I'm out here doing this. I'm going to be having people in here. My thing is, like, I want to develop not goals, but systems. That's what me and Angel were talking about. Like, so, meaning, like, not be like, yo, I got to have this mixtape out by this date, and I gotta get this done today. But what I'm starting to do is like, weekly, each day of the week, I do like basically the same shit. I'm gonna do this, yeah, and it's gonna give momentum, and I'm just trusting it. So it's like, I'm gonna have people in here all the time. I'm gonna push this podcast. I'm gonna go to at least one local show a week. You know what I mean? Just so I'm showing my face, meeting people, and that way I'm making time to do the Uber driving because I hate doing it. It sucks. It's like a lot of work for no money, and it's thankless, and it's just like, it sucks. But doing all that, but other than that, like, it's a good setup. Like I told you, I own my old house where I lived, and I'm renting that out. So I just got student loans. I went to college in NAU.
Okay.
That's where me and my girlfriend met, and for like a stupid degree, I got a degree in political science.
Nice.
I don't.
I mean,
there ain't no jobs.
I mean, but it's still that knowledge you got, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man.
But it's expensive.
I bet.
Yeah, and I'm still paying for it because I wasn't like that smart, so I didn't get. My girlfriend, she got a lot more of her stuff paid off because she's smarter than I am. She's got a good ass job. She works in Scottsdale. She's an interior designer.
Nice.
Yeah, she's got a good ass gig. Oh shit, I was supposed to text her back.
Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble, man. Get that text.
No, I always tell her, man. I always tell her she pisses me off. I'm just gonna knock her up. That way she can't run away.
Straight up, man. That's hilarious. I never heard that shit before, but that's so true. So you know it's real. I ain't doing nothing. That's funny. That's funny as fuck.
Oh shit, her car's broken. Do you need help? No, oh wait, she's at work. She's fine. But damn, that's dope. The conservatory.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a lot of like networking with artists and stuff over there?
For sure. I met the dude that I was working with at the time. He told me about the school and like.
Oh shit! Look at our stream. It fell down.
Oh damn.
People are just looking at our crotches. It's not that kind of podcast, man.
That's crazy.
Oh, I need to open up this one because that one's on a delay. There we go. think it's gonna be good, man. Like, obviously, no one knows about us doing it yet,
Not yet.
but like, it's gonna look like when I'm telling you, I'm still learning the video editing stuff, but I know enough to where like the way I filmed it, and the way we did the sound, like it's gonna be legit. Like it's gonna look legit.
That's all that matters.
You know, and if we just keep doing it, more people keep showing up.
It's all about word of mouth too. So
I think it's just that one's you right there.
Sure.
It's all like just networking, you know, like you said, like going, showing your face, meeting people.
That's it.
You know, and if it's just like we were saying, we're not saying nobody's names like this, but like there's a lot of people out here whose music, like the shows are popping, people are cool, the bitches are bad, like everything is there, but there's no reason to fuck with it if you're not there because the music just is like meh. Like there's no reason, there's nothing that's keeping you in the music.
The thing about it that pisses me off is when there's a show, people go there to support their friends or family, whatever like that, which is cool. But once that person is off, people leave.
Yeah.
And that's I hate
That's
that.
not right.
I hate that so much because I mean that's like you're missing out so much opportunity and like support other people too. You know what I mean? I do that. I've done that a couple of times, but I realize that that's not right. You know what I mean? Because I could have dipped after my set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could have missed.
That's not
I
cool.
could have messed up. I could have went late and missed your set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could have left and missed that whole show and would have been pissed off because I missed out on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? But like that's the part that I hate when people do that. It sucks. It's just if you're there for a show, you pay for the ticket, save for the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
if you have work, I can understand that. You know what I mean? But like,
no, this is word. Like yeah, if you got work, I get it, but you should be like apologizing.
right?
You know what I mean? Because
Shut
like,
up.
here's word to people. You know what, man? This one gets me like just as much as people do that at sports events. Like if you're going to a Cardinals game or a Suns game, and everyone starts getting up and leaving, like 5 minutes into the fourth, or 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, especially if it looks like it's already over, because they don't want to wait. Because I get it, traffic's bad.
Right.
But it's like,
number
come
one.
on, man. Like I don't feel like it's something doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Even before the shit's over, I don't like that shit.
It's not true. Yeah, man. That's the part that makes me angry. People do that.
Yeah, people not leave. You gotta stay for the other people's sets.
You have to. You have to. It's a show. It's not just.
No, it's not all about you. You know.
Exactly.
Oh, it's off. There it is.
Damn. Is it reverb?
That's I'm sidechained it. So, do you ever sidechain? So what this does, this is a really good way to mix 808s and kicks, like to make them work. So what it's doing is like this is just a compressor, but you know how a compressor compresses its own signal? This is like, so it's compressing this, but it's not compressing it based on this sound. You know what I mean? Like the sound, the louder it is, the more it compresses.
Yeah.
It's going to compress it based on the kick. So every time the kick hits, it gets quieter.
Just gonna like grasp it basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So it like hugs it a little bit, and that makes it like it makes the kick pop more. But it's really cool. Like I always do this with my 808. So whenever the 808 hit or whatever the kick hits, the 808 ducks out, and that way, it's like you know, the kick can bite through, so you get both. Because you know, like if you ever do like a trap beat or some shit where there's like really deep kick and an 808, it'll make it fit like a lot better.
It's gonna be good for shuffling too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I do a bunch of weird stuff because this is like. You can get real creative with it. Like I'll sidechain all sorts of stuff. You can like sidechain shit to get louder. You know what I mean? Like you can do. Oh, I know what's going on over here. But so like this is where I'm sending it. So like what you do is you send the kick to a bus, right? But then you mute it. So it's like it's got no output. But then this gets triggered by it. So that way if I change the kick, nothing happens. You know what I mean? You can even do weird stuff, like you can send the kick, but then make the sound not come out, so you just get the ducking.
Yeah.
You know? So there's a bunch of cool stuff you can do with it. Right now it's grabbing way too long. The way this one sounds. Maschine, like in the Maschine effects. Like people spend all this money on. There's some cool plugins, but some of the Maschine effects are really good. Because Maschine was the first thing I got, and people are like, "Yo, you gotta get all these plugins. They're better." And I'm like, "What?" So I didn't. I was always thinking I needed to get this other stuff, but now that I know so much more, like I learned this stuff, the shit Maschine is actually great.
I think I never messed with any plugins except for like the filters, but I don't think I have any plugins. I don't think so, unless I don't really.
These ones? Do you ever use these?
Mm-mm.
Oh, dog.
Mm-mm.
Yo, dude, this is about to fuck up your life.
Are you serious?
Dog, okay, so like,
Let me get my computer out right now because I don't.
bust that shit.
I got it. I need this in my life.
Dog, this is gonna fucking fuck everything up. And nothing was ever the same after this day.
I bet. Because I mean, these plugins,
You can like drastically change, like, you can like change it so much. Oh, you got the 15-inch.
Yeah,
That's what I should have got. I regret getting the 13. That used to be mine. And I basically, like, this is Angel's brother owns this house, right? So he bought this house. His brother was in the Marines, and then he went to college.
Okay.
And then he got like a job over here at one of these warehouses where he was gonna do something, and he quit like a week later.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, fuck this, can't do it, right?
Does it sound?
Alright, so you can be in any of them. So here's where you can get like start getting crazy with it. So this is like the pad, right? So you're using a sampler, but you know you can open up other instruments and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So you got sampler. So if you think about sampler like in a plugin, like, you know, these are all the things you can do, and you mess with all these. So like then you can get even further. You go on plus. Now first you got all the. So like if you get more, you can open up other stuff. But these ones are really good. Like I was just saying, like these are the ones that come with Maschine, the internal ones. These ones are like really fucking good. So like the one we were just opening up was a chorus. So like this one now it'll only be on this sound, but you could also go in group, and you could throw it in group too. Like if you just turn it off right here.
You can just drag it.
No, I don't. I was trying to, but it won't let you.
Okay.
But you can open up the same thing in group.
Okay.
So if you open up in group, it hits everything in the group, and same thing in master. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But so like you got a bunch of them that come with Maschine. So you got compressors, gates, everything that's like dynamics is over here. So stuff for like compressing your drums, EQ, filter, and cab. The cabinet one is kind of weird. It's kind of cool to have. It makes it sound like if it was a mic guitar cab. But then there's just a filter and an EQ. I use those both a lot. I like the filter and sampler more. Then these are all like the creative ones, you know, like chorus. You got like 5 reverbs. They're all pretty good. I don't like using reverb in Maschine because I don't like the way you have to do it. But I like the way these ones sound. Like this one's straight up nasty. This one's really cool. Then you got all your delays down here. The delay is probably gonna fuck your life up.
I already know about the delays.
Yeah, the delays in here, and then distortion. You never use any of these?
No.
Oh, dog.
Well, I just barely started like on my Maschine shit like this
That's
year.
what I'm telling you.
You know what I mean? So, but now it's gonna be a problem now.
Yeah, dog. I just made you dangerous. Like
this is gonna be a problem.
You got all these delays. I mean, I could explain them all to you, but I just say like get in there and start effing with them. You know, since it sounds like we'll fuck with some in here right now, because these are the same ones you got.
Okay.
So like. I'll throw a chorus. I like to throw choruses on like on my shit because I think it makes it sound like wider stereo. You know. And let's see what else we get on this bitch. And so like with my reverb, the way I do the reverb is I like everything going to one reverb. This reverb, and then there's one reverb. Because first of all, it's way easier on the computer. You know, because if you're using a bunch of reverbs, it's like hard for your computer. You know, it's a lot of work to do. But also, it sounds way better using one.
Right.
Because it sounds like it's in one place.
Right.
You
Instead
know?
of being all muffled in all different places.
Yeah, it's like this shit sounds like it's recorded in the bathroom, and this shit sounds like it's recorded in the forest, and this shit like.
So much going on.
Because like that's when I'm mixing, my goal is for like the person rapping to sound like they're in the same space where the song is. You know what I mean? Let's see what else I throw in this bitch. Ooh, this will be nasty. This delay is really good. Whenever I can't get a hi-hat pattern that sounds right, I always just start throwing a hi-hat wherever there's nothing else.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes...
Fill in the blanks.
Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes that, like, it doesn't always work, but it's something that's, like, I don't know, I could never tap that out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just too hard to, like, kind of just be like, whenever there's nothing for me.
Mm-hmm.
whack, then I just gotta take that off.
Even producers, man, your own worst critic for real.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I should throw in here? I'll throw in sample blues. Fast to be around 95. Check me out.
simple type of dude.
Yeah.
I'm a simple type of dude. I mean, I
Make
feel like
it,
it's
make it
work.
not. Honestly, it's almost good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear the flow on it already.
Yeah, we like a deeper high, deeper kick, I think.
You want to lower it, like hit it with something low? Or you know what we should do? We should make the low end of this bigger and put another, like. So we get it like that. Right? Let's see. Throw this shit right here, but then throw this like this.
It's like carrying that kick.
Yeah. It like hugs it, but then like somehow leave it out.
Yeah.
What did you hear on this?
It's like, I don't even know, probably like Merce, Brother Ali.
Okay.
Um,
I can hear Brother Ali on it.
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds like, cause he likes those like old school joints.
That's enough right now for my top.
Yeah. You calling this one good? You want to do another?
Let's do it.
Let's get one more.
Different record?
Yeah, let's do it. Alright, file save as.
This one's still turned off?
Oh yeah, but we can turn it back on. I just gotta set it up. I'm gonna save this one as 17 beat 1. And you know later, like, you know what we could do after this too? Is we could take these beats and just like, you know, put them as longer, and then we could even like have someone rap on them later, or even one of us or something.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like, and then I'll mix them up. Like I'll go in, like mix it good, or even put it up online. Like more people look, we could every week just put out a beat, make like, yo, this beat's free or something like that.
Yeah.
And that could be like a way to like some rappers will fuck with it because they'll be like, oh, let me get that free beat that was on the thing. Like who can kill it the hardest, you know?
Right. A little competition going on. Shout outs. Let's do this on the regular tip.
Oh, sorry, I gotta.
Oh,
Oh, you gotta press play on that.
I knew that. Kind of. So, we'll just skip those ones and.
Oh, I forgot. I unplugged it because it was doing that thing. I can get it over here. Oh, I just got it. I was about to say.
This one? You need this one?
No, I did the USB right here. There you go. outside from here? Oh, no, I'll figure it out. Template. Clogs. Collab. Damn, that was loud.
Yikes.
Where's that sound come? Where's it getting? Oh, it's monitoring this mic. Yo, one time that happened, I learned that you can't blow your... I don't want to say you can't blow your speakers. These have things in there to protect them if that happens. That hurt my ears, but... one time, I was trying to collab with this guy online that was like... He had liked some of my beats, and I said, oh, let's work on it. And he sent me something, and I thought one of these broke, and it turned out it was something else, and I was able to fix it. But, I was, like, tripping, because these are, like, $3 each.
Yeah.
Like, he sent me something, and it was like that, where when you opened it, the mic was on, and it was monitoring it.
Okay.
So, like, when you opened it, the mic was on, and it was playing the sound from the mic, so if you had that, it would immediately build up. So that shit happened, and I was, like, far from the thing.
Oh, shit.
So it was going on for, like, fucking, like, 15 seconds, you know, the whole house heard
Yeah.
it, freaked everybody out.
Damn.
Okay.
Golden?
Thank God. Okay. Nothing sucks as bad as when, like, your stuff ain't working the way it usually does.
Right.
You gotta figure out what's going on.
Come on, hit me. It's already flamed.
Yeah,
Those
this is good.
distortions. Shit. Oh, let me hit that one more time. That was crazy. factory, you know what I mean? Like the quality back then, like how did they get that in there?
Because back then when they did it, when they had it in, it was like,
They're like, right, I guess the camera with the microphone was like super close. The quality back then, you know what I mean?
man, it's crazy how people were dressing. Shit, they look like young thugs now.
Right?
78. 40 years old now.
You press pause?
Yeah.
Damn,
Alright,
That
I'm gonna
was-
export that bitch.
that was nice.
Real man by. How do you spell it? Lundgren.
That's crazy. I knew it was heat. I knew it was heat.
Like I said, you just develop a sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Some people are like hitting and miss with him. He has out of control. Is your calendar out?
Oh yeah, but that's like last week's. I got my calendar. My calendar over here. We need to use that more. We were like, yo, we're gonna do all, cause to keep us both on pace. But you know what? Now I want to just be like on a schedule,
Yeah.
and then just be like the only thing that could come up is when we go to shows, cause
Yeah.
like those are always. But like you know, you were saying like you like to be up in the morning.
Mhm.
Like I like to be up in the morning too, but I started realizing because I went to like that beat lab, and shit, I was out late, and I went to the thing the next day. I was out till like 3 a.m. And then the next day I was at another show. I don't want to do that no more. I'm too
Yeah,
old.
man.
Like
I'm waking up at like 6 and like ended like at 5 or 6. You know what I mean? And I'm like exhausted for the rest of the day. But once I'm up, that's when my juices are flowing. But at night,
exactly. You got to get through that waking up.
Right.
You know. Yeah, but like I know every morning, like I wake up and it's like by night, like I wake up and I run with my dog,
okay.
and then like by 9:15 I gotta get home. I gotta get in the shower. After I get in the shower, I don't know. I don't try to like talk about stuff, but like I meditate personally.
Okay.
Like I try to like, cause I'll just go crazy. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So I do that, get my mind right, coffee, and get on social media. So I don't do it all day. Like I allot it to the morning.
Okay.
I actually need to be more active on social media, I think. But then I do some like writing exercises.
Mhm.
Then I do some vocal warm up exercises, and then I make a beat in 30 minutes, like whatever I come up in 30 minutes,
Mhm.
and then for 30 minutes I gotta write to it.
Okay.
But I started doing this like a couple of days ago, like this. But I'm gonna start doing that basically every day since I do Uber.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel like I gotta get like way better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way I can't if I'm doing that every day. And then I'm just like constantly like we got a song we're working on, which I'll show you before we bounce.
Okay.
Like a song we're working on, another song we're working on. Like I need to finish the hook, right? Record to it. This one we recorded. I need to mix it. I need to hit this guy up so he can make a YouTube banner for us. I need to figure out about making a title sequence
Okay.
for like the video. I need to hit up a guy about another thing with a video. I'm right here. Like here's when I'm gonna edit the video for YouTube. Here's when I'm gonna make like the podcast, and it'll take me like 5 seconds because I'm like good at that.
Okay.
Video editing, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like so I gotta learn.
Yeah.
But like I haven't got like when I'm going to do shit with my girlfriend, and like I know some people think it's crazy, but and this is like not the way I've always been.
Mhm.
I'm historically like the most people talk about how I'm like crazy disorganized, and as soon as I flipped that, like it was like the one thing in my life that was always effed up. You know, I wasn't organized.
Yeah. I'm procrastinator. I procrastinate a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible procrastinator. I have to wait till the last minute to do a lot of stuff that I'm really supposed to. But I don't know. I don't know. Keeps me on edge, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's like I don't know. I used to like almost take pride in being a procrastinator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was like almost like, what, I'll get it done at last minute. It's like that's not a good thing. You know what I mean? I finally realized.
It's not at all.
Like if you can do it on time, why not? And then you don't have to be stressed about it.
Right.
All right. Hey, you want to get in? Chop up this one.
All right.
Like I chopped up the last one, and I'll get you some more water. So I opened it up on a pad, and this is on the stereo machine.
Okay. It's basically the same way, then, right?
Yeah, it's the same way. Basically, I just restarted.
This is right here.
Actually, I want to see it. Chop it. fucking. There's like
Right.
12 ways you can go.
Right. I like that one. That's gonna hit with the. And I can just apply it, right? Same way?
Yeah, if you just do that, yeah, that should work.
Okay.
Like, are you trying to apply it to one pad or to the group?
To the group.
That should be you right there. Try it now. Let's go. Excuse me. Where are you at? Is that where we were? So if we go like, you know, are you trying to do? This will work. We'll do it like this. Oh, sorry, man.
That's cool.
Do it like this. If we apply it to the pad, and then it always makes this pattern. Like that. Then, so what it does, if you apply it to the pad, and it's cool if you want to like do like the way you were playing it, and then you just go to like the bottom in pad mode, like you go to the lowest key, it maps it to the key,
Okay.
and then if you go to polyphony 1, and then fixed velocity, it's all just like chopped up already like that. And if you just go up to pad mode, you can go higher.
Okay. I were like super different. I had like go through like every single one and like turn the polyphony off and then like link them all together.
Oh, the
That's
pad
like-
mode. So it depends on what, like, I think about it in so many different ways now because it's like it depends on like how I'm gonna chop it. It's one of those things, you know. It gets like when you get to know it, it's like so hard to explain. It's easier to do it.
Yeah.
Cause like sometimes I'll do it this way, sometimes I'll do it the other way. Like it all depends on like what like if I'm chopping it up like the way you were chopping it, like I was like, oh okay, so you're trying to do like that. Like almost hitting it like drums, you know. Where if you're chopping it like I don't know, if you're trying to just like straight up like chop it on the 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, then you might want to chop it a different way, and you know, it all goes into different things.
Right.
But like, because one cool thing that I like to do kind of with this that makes it really easy to resample. So like to sample yourself, like so you can like, so like say you go like. Oh, that's right, I had that. I accidentally saved this with a beat kind of in it. Oh, whoops, missed it. I thought it was going to give me 2. Just an example, but like you can go like this, so you can bounce that as an audio file, and then you got it down here in Logic, and Logic can do some crazy stuff. This is one of the coolest things I like with Logic. Like this isn't even popping, but watch, I bet you I can get it popping. You can come in here, it's almost like a cheat mode. Check this. So you go in here, you're in Logic, and you got an audio file. So this isn't like it's just that's a straight up audio file, like a recording, right? So that's what we played a second ago. So if I even turn machine off, it's that file. So then we can go in here. Here, after on flex mode, this is gonna fuck your life up too, dog.
Oh shit.
Flex mode's crazy.
Flex mode, huh?
Like it couldn't be more aptly named. Like it's straight up. So like you can go into flex mode, right? So I just opened up flex mode and I opened up flex pitch. So this is the pitch of everything we're playing on here, and you can change it now.
Oh shit.
Like auto tune basically, but like to your sample. So like just have. Let's just try that.
That's how people like Logic a lot now too. They messing with more than Pro Tools.
Oh yeah, for real.
Oh shit.
You know what I do these tricks too? Is like this is pretty cool little thing I do. I like doing this. So like I get this sample and let's export it. It's audio file. I keep a little file on the desktop where I bounce loops. So I bounce that loop. I got this little program right here, key finder. And straight up just so it's a G minor.
Damn.
So we can go over here, get into this thing, go G minor, and see if that usually sounds better if you get into it. I'm gonna get it sounding hot, watch. Alright, might not be able to, this one's a little hard, but
Sounds good for a challenge.
then, so like you go in here,
Stretching it out more.
yeah. It's time, watch this. It looks dark right now. So these are some plugins that are super dope that I super recommend, especially like once you learn like technical stuff, like there's some stuff that like I really like isotope stuff for that, but like for getting creative, I love sound toys. These are like super dope plugins. There's one in here that I really like to fuck with. This one.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
You didn't believe me. It got dark.
I
It got
have
dark.
hope. I have hope for you. But I doesn't mean shit like this. That was. Hey.
But you didn't think we were gonna do that out of that sample.
That's so magical for sure.
You fuck with it enough. I saw, Charlie Heat. I seen him do that on Rhythm Roulette.
Oh yeah.
Basically, now it's like whenever it gets in a dark spot, like if you just have the right chain, there's like a certain kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because I seen him do that, where like they were like on Rhythm Roulette, they were sampling him, and they made him sample like someone just like effing up a record, like it's just, like it sounded like crap, and he's like, all right, I'll make it hot, and he did, and that's what he was doing, which is like a lot of really rhythmic stuff with it, and he just made it happen, you know.
Who's the best that was on there to you so far?
Best on Rhythm Roulette, you know, it's kind of hard to say, cause like I like some for different reasons. Like, you know who was really one of the top for me is Ninth Wonder, because he just sunned all his young cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you forget about him because it's like it's so old. I mean, I want to say it's so old, but you know what I mean? It's age now. You know, it's gone. It's back in the day. But like, he still can kill it.
Yeah.
Just sunning all these young people. You know what I mean?
Ninth Wonder's that dude.
Yeah. No. Like, Ninth Wonder can still push the button. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started recording it and I got left up on what I wanted. What was it? So it was like... is I want to figure out what key it's in now, because I think we changed the key, and then we can put a tune data weight on there. I used to never tune my 808s, and I was always wondering why my shit couldn't hit like Metro or nothing. You know what I mean? That's when I found out like that's the secret.
Metro beats crazy.
Man, you know what? I kind of wanted to talk about this, but I was afraid it would get like way too long in the podcast portion. But you know what I was thinking the other day? You know who I think Metro Boomin is most similar to in his career as like a beat artist?
Lex.
I would say like in style, but I was gonna say like more like in the way his beats are. And this is gonna hear me out. Is Primo. And here's why I'd say that, cause like Metro's he is like dominating right now. Like literally every song on the radio except for like 2 is made by Metro. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll give him that.
yeah, like you hear Future say, "John Metro don't trust you" constantly
It's a rap.
on the radio. You know what I mean? And if you really like look at like the way his beats are, it's just like Primo. It's all 2-bar loops that are just like super simple, but like that's why they're so good. Like it's like 5 things in the beat, but each thing is perfect. You know what I mean? And he just gets those things perfect, and he just did that long enough until enough people got word. You know what I mean?
I'll take that.
You know? Would you? I mean, you think? What would you say?
You're right. I didn't even thought about that, but yeah, as the
Because I know people are gonna be like, "What? He's not like that." You know. People are like, "What are you talking about?"
you gotta put 2 and 2 together. That's what you gotta look at the body of the work of both of them. That's probably why.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta do your artwork and know how both of them sounds, and that's exactly right.
And some people don't really do that, you know.
Not even a little bit.
Where is this? Okay, bounce. And then we'll bounce this shit to the desktop. Alright, and then we're gonna find out the fuck key of this thing. Alright, and then you gotta pick out an 808, dog.
Let's do it.
Get this 808. Get this 808. This shit's about to get nasty. And by the way, like I know I got like a bunch, my place is open to you. So if you got any ideas for shit for us to do, like videos or whatever. Because we were saying we're gonna do like a bunch more like YouTube videos and stuff, and we still like we always forget. I don't know what. I don't want to do like. I just feel like a vlog really at my style, you know, just be like talking about it. So, but yeah, I mean, if you ever got any ideas, like let us know. I mean, I got the iPhone 7, and like I got this stuff. Like it's not like the most legit, but it's like
We'll do
you know, we
something.
can make it happen.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
Enough, and like all I got is time, like you know, like you said. So
That's it.
okay, so they said it's in C minor. Oh shit, so we could just use the one in C. So this kit could actually be. Check it out. Oh, this one's got a bunch of dope ass kicks too. You want some water?
Yes, please.
Alright, I got like 50 kicks in C or 50 808s. I'll let you pick an 808.
Let's do it.
forgetting, so I'll tell me what I never say shit, but I gotta remember, and we both got to keep water on this.
Okay, cool.
Because I always forget, and I put it over there, and I almost knock it over and go, that knocked it over,
Oh,
and
yeah.
ruin my life.
Gotcha.
I'm constantly doing that shit.
Alright, this is it.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, dog. You wanna know, show me your kick. Show me your 808 kick. Because I was about to say, you pointed out something that's really cool. I want to get it to anybody that's watching. The idea is one day, if maybe I had some, if this ever pops out and gets better, I'd like to still do it.
It is.
It's gonna, there you go.
Gotta keep
I want to
positive.
get like a camera or something or another thing so you can see the screen and like right here.
Mhm.
So that way when you're hearing it, you can like learn from what we're doing. Because
Right.
there's nothing like, when I got really good at mixing, my girlfriend bought me this thing that was like a subscription to like an online school thing from this guy.
Mhm.
That's like it's called Pure Mix. It's like really like all the people that teach on there are like the guys that mix like Shakira and Rihanna and like, you know what I mean, like high end. Like the guy that mixes Jay-Z does a lot of stuff on there. And like there is a thing where he would just like, here's a song I mixed before. Like he did a song by Action Bronson where he just took it and he's like, I mixed this song for Action Bronson. It was his first big label release. I remember doing it. I remember kind of exactly what I did. And he goes, I'm just gonna open up the file and like remix it again. Like just do it from beginning to end, and you can watch me do it. And that was just like, you just got to watch a master just like do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you just learn so much. I mean, you can read shit in books, but just like him saying like, why are you doing that? And he explains, here's why I'm doing this. It might look weird, but this is what works for me. And you just learn so much shit doing that. You know what I mean? So like, I was watching you chop that up when you went into like the tech mode and do that. I was like, damn, that's such a smart. Like, I'm gonna have to try that now because that's like all I think being creative is like, people can say, oh, here's how to make beats, but what it is it's a bunch of ways like you've learned that if you fuck around this way, you'll eventually come up with something.
Right.
That's it. Like you just go and you just play around. So like I was gonna show you like one thing, like I totally kind of make this my like a part of my. I don't want to say I make it my sound, but like I love doing this, and it's a real cool trick. A lot of people don't know it. So I always take an 808, and I have this pad kind of set up already because I always throw my 808 right here. So I throw it in legato. So do you know what polyphony does? So polyphony, what this means is how many of the note can it play at a time. So if it's on nothing, if you put it on default, it's set to 8. So if it's on 8, that means with an 808, like it's bad. That's pretty bad. That's bad for an 808. You don't want that because this will happen.
Okay.
With certain instruments, it can sound good to have them like doing that. Like a piano. If you're using a piano sample and you're trying to play it like a piano, you'd want it on more than one, But so, one just means if you do this, then you cancel yourself out with the other one. So like when we chopped up that sample, put it on a pad, this, if you put it on one, then it makes it so they turn each other off when you hit a new one. So that was better for what we were doing, you know what I mean? But like, legato's cool. What legato means is not only when you click one other note is it going to switch to that note, but it's not just going to turn that one on, it's going to slide into that one.
Okay.
So like, take the glide and put it at like 0.4 seconds.
Okay. And that's what every 808?
Yeah, basically an 808 sample, and that's how it'll sound. So I always have my 808s, like that's like always like, cause like you heard my beats, they're like darker, you know what I mean? And that's what I always do like that's kind of like my sound, be like, so this beat's in C. Cause I like watching, so the way you're doing it right now remind me, I was like, that kind of sounds like, it's like old Kanye. You know what I mean? Like an old Kanye bass line. And I was like, that's dope. Cause I always felt like I wasn't as good at that. And it's probably just like, now I'm seeing how you're doing it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how to approach that. But so, yeah, that's the way I do it. And I always, I don't know how I figured that out. But every time I do that, people are like, oh, shit. So I always think, man, I should make a YouTube video or some shit showing people how to do that.
Most definitely.
But
you can learn from that shit. Little steps can take you a long way, for sure.
That's why I had to get this, because, the reason I was like, yo, I gotta get a keyboard.
Is it all connected to this, too?
There's a way to do it, and I think it's like this. Yeah, you have to click it in here, and then.
Oh shit.
So what's cool is since this is so far, what I wanted is so now you can go like here. See, now I can go. So where's see up here? Press play on that sample.
Over here.
Or if you just hit the space bar. Oh, and then you should subsample. Come over here and ADSR this bitch. Do you ever use the volume envelope? I took so long. I was like, no, I'm not gonna learn that shit. Cause I was like, that looks like it doesn't even do anything, and it's way too hard. So I always just shit to one shot, and I said ADSR if I wanted it to stop when I let go.
Okay.
But you can use this to shape sounds a lot. It doesn't really matter that much for bass, but you can use the attack of this to really like soften up your drums in a way that you can't do any other way. And all this does is like, so the envelope of the sound is like, that's how long it takes the sound to get to max volume. So if you set this like, so right now it's at 0, so immediately the sound just starts playing. But since it's a sample, push back like 250 milliseconds. Now it takes a second to come up, but you could do it like a really small amount. So like with a drum, like you could soften that. Like say you wanted to make that like somehow softer, you know, you could bring down like the top like on a filter, and come in here, and then just lengthen the attack time. So it's a really cool way to like soften it up, you know what I mean? Where you're just like slowly like taking out that initial hit.
Yeah.
But the one you had was dope right now though. What was it? Do you ever use this in here? The scales?
Nope.
Cause I don't know music. Like I only know like I can kind of learn music. Like but I just like Google some shit like how to do music, and then I like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm learning like scales or some shit. Like I was never like a kid that played piano or violin.
I just know what key to hit and like what it sounds like, and that's it. That's basically for any instrument.
Yeah, I just learned it on my own.
But like as me as learning like the scales and the keys and everything like that, nah.
Yeah, I never learned nothing like that. So what's cool about this is you can like, it's cool because this will help you if you just like, now all I have to learn is kind of what that means, but I don't have to learn how to do it.
Okay.
Because you can go and put it in like, say like, I want to play a major pentatonic scale, and now any note you hit is going to sound like the way that should sound. How was that thing?
That was alright.
Which was boring as fuck.
Nah, it's funny. It's a bunch of
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's fucking funny. The lady that teaches the class, she's chill as fuck, but she said this is her last time. She's gonna got a job in Chandler because she live in Chandler.
Oh, okay. So wait, you don't have to go to any more classes?
I gotta go to classes. It's gonna be a different teacher.
Oh shit.
I wish it was like that. Fuck.
That'd be dope. She just goes, you know what? Y'all seem like good people.
Yeah.
Can y'all keep a secret? Like. I feel like you could just throw in some crazy like percussion on there. Get some smack, you know?
Hi-hats, close hi-hats in there.
You just throw like some Pharrell, like Timbaland like drums. You know what I mean? Like some other drums.
Yeah.
Like a bongo or some shit.
Some chimes.
Oh yeah.
Chimes, yeah. Bells.
The electronic keyboard, even just like a one hit. You know what I mean? Kind of like, you know, an Omatic, on fucking, what's the first song on Omatic? You know what's in mine? You know, it's just that repeated, like, one piano hit. But it sounds dope. You know, it just hits on point. Hey, how'd you play your beats at Beat Lab?
Just machine.
So you plugged your machine in and just played in front of there?
I started to map everything out.
So was it all in one file?
Multiple. I went to my library and just opened it up.
Oh, so you just opened up each beat, like, you turned it off and then opened up the next one? Dog, I was just playing MP3s.
For real?
Yeah, I was just went up there and pressed play and was just like, yeah, what's up? Like,
It was working.
I was just like trying to drink my beer. Just like,
Yeah, man.
there was this dude there that was flipping. Remember that guy there with the wrestling?
Yeah, man. His name's Lil John.
He hangs out there all the time, huh?
Really? I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
That's
Okay.
my first time being there, too.
I was trying to figure out, it's like, is this guy here all the time or is he making people uncomfortable?
Yeah, it looks like he's a household name in there.
Yeah.
He was
Tried to give me, he said, hey man, I got weed. He was trying to open me up, it was like a bag and it was just like crushed up. I don't know what the fuck, you know what I mean?
oregano.
Something. It wasn't weed.
Oh, shit.
And then he asked me for $3 and I was like trying to get it. I was like, I'll give you $3 because you made me laugh, you know what I mean?
Damn.
But yeah, he liked my beats. He was going hard. He was going hard. He liked your beats too. Remember he was trying to rap?
He's like, oh,
Didn't he? He busted a flow, remember?
yeah, he was a couple of them up there. He's right there.
What was that guy? Did that guy Clay Adams? Did he yell at him?
I don't know.
It looked like he was like, get away from the mic or something.
There was another dude in the back that was like up there. I was like, damn. He said he wanted to rap, and I was like, rap then. You know what I mean?
I was like, yeah, just let him do it. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
I don't know he was gonna go on stage. Like, I thought he was gonna say rap, and I was like, even rap.
I was
He
like,
go on stage, and I was like, oh shit.
I not just let this guy fucking...
Right, just rap his ass off.
He did flow for a second. It was like, he was carrying around this WWF belt. He was like, his dance was, he kept just like acting like he just won it, and going like this.
He was in a Triton song like the whole entire time. Like his whole theme song was like our beats, and like he would just show up.
He just walked around. He was like a toddler, like the way he would like you know what I mean?
Throw it up like that.
Yeah, the way like a kid struts, you know?
He was in it. When I was little John, I was like, oh shit. That's when I was like listening to my music and stuff like that to see what songs I want to play. He chopped it up for a little bit. He's a real cool dude. He has a lot of energy though. I don't know if he's already drunk or that's how he is, and I was like, damn. I want to be like you. I want to be on your level right now.
Yeah, he's having a good time.
He was. With the belt. I was like, shit, if that's what it takes, do it.
I wonder if he got that belt new. I bet you those are like $30 or some shit, like expensive.
Well, he got that in like SmackDown and Raw was out here, so that was a pretty penny.
Oh, didn't he say that he went and saw Real Smack? Yeah, that's what he was saying.
So he saw John Cena and all of them and talked to him. I was like, damn, dude.
No, hey, you know what's funny? Hey, do a lot of Mexican people watch wrestling? More than people would think you'd say?
I don't know.
I went to my girlfriend's house. My girlfriend's Mexican. And, fucking, her little brother randomly starts talking about John Cena. He's like, Greg, do you know what John Cena is? He starts saying something about John Cena. And I was like, well, okay, well, he's little. Maybe he's a kid in school with, like, white kids or something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I thought white people only do the white wrestling, right? I thought that was, like, strictly, like, a white trash thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, white trash people.
I mean, like, with the storyline back then, like, when I was younger, wrestling was a shit. Like, if you
When I was young, it's different when we were younger, because that's when they were, like, not sure if it was fake. They were like, it might be real.
And whoever said it was fake got their ass whipped.
Like,
Like,
and if you look at it now, you're like, how did people ever think this was real?
right?
You know what I mean? Like,
The storylines were like, oh shit, you know what I mean? And now it's like, I don't know.
Dude, the Ultimate Warrior was, like, trying to, like, channel, he said he was channeling the spirits, and he was gonna make it so the Hulk Hogan's plane crashed. Like, by, like, doing this. And he was like, yeah, I mean it. They were, like, playing evil music. And people were like, well, I'm not saying he could do that, but I really was thinking it was gonna happen. Like, people really believed it.
Like Stone Cold's ass too, like,
Yeah.
it's the storylines, everything was crazy.
Oh, but then her other little brother, so her little brother was like 8 times that age. Her other little brother, and I was just humouring him, and I don't know that much about wrestling with John Cena, but I know John Cena, like, rap battles, the guys who fights, and I was like, he was like, John Cena's cool, and I was like, do you like it when he rap battles? And he goes, he beat the Big Show, and he's like, raps against the Big Show, and the Big Show raps against him, and the Big Show wasn't as good. And he, like, pulled it out, he said, give me your phone. He doesn't use my phone, it's the weirdest thing. He just asked me, can I see your phone? Kids do that all the time.
You know that, we have any games, like, I don't have any games, man. I don't even have a phone, I'm sorry.
Yeah. How old's your son?
He's 9.
Okay, so he has, oh, he probably has a phone, huh?
He mean, it's not on, but he has a phone, yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, because, kids nowadays, like, say, my little brother, he's 7. Maybe he's 8, so he's about the same age. And he doesn't have a phone, but he's like, all his friends got him, he's waiting to get one. And I have my phone, he's like, Greg, let me see your phone. Which is like, that's weird, you know, you're not gonna let someone see your phone, but you let him, he already knows what to do. He wants to go on YouTube.
That's how my nieces and nephews are. They crying, here, take my phone, shut up. Like,
Yeah.
they're entertained
It's
from,
easy,
yeah. They're not gonna fucking go through my messages. They can't read, they
care
can't do
about it,
nothing, you know?
They didn't go straight to that YouTube ad, but think about it, like, I have 2 stories though about that. The first story that made me like kind of like fuck, that was like really scary is like, nowadays, you know, like, you used to go to the mall, you have this apartment where like you don't want to go with your parents, you have this place where you like have toys and shit like that. Like, I went there, I think it was Desert Sky Mall. It used to be a place where you want to drop your kids off, you can sign them in, and they can have a ball with like toys and everything like that. And now, last time I went there was like last year, and it was like a row of just tablets and chairs. I was like, are you fucking serious?
Just sit in
And
there.
I was like, something like in a line. I'm like, damn, are you serious right now? That shit broke my heart. And I was like, where's the toys at? You know what I mean? The second thing about that is my son, he has a phone, but it's not on. He uses it for like YouTube and stuff like that. But I told him like, I think he was like 6. He's like, can I see your phone? I was eat. He's like, can I see your phone? I was like, what? He's like, I want to get on your phone. I was like, nah. I was like, you're not on your phone because I feel like that's the way to not connect with me. You know what I mean? I feel like I feel like let's say I'm boring. Like, we have nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? I was like, if we sit down, we were having one-on-one. I want you to talk about your day.
Yeah, I can't be like, here, you do
Exactly. Like, I'm not having that. You know what I mean? Because I see this kid, I was gonna give it to him, and I looked over and I was like, nah. So we're gonna talk, dude. I was like, that's not how our relationship's gonna be. Straight up. I was like, I knew that my mom, she went to get her nails done and stuff like that. I brought my wrestlers. You know what I mean? I had a little extra. By myself fucking it up, you know what I mean? Like, no, man, there's other ways to conversate. You're not just shouting me out for something somebody else talking. Talk to me. I'll talk to you off, you know what I mean? That's how it is, but I mean, it's just crazy. Technology is a monster, you know?
Oh, you know what I was just thinking, dog? Next time we do this, when you come over, you should bring your computer and we should do FL.
I had
And you should, yeah. But I'm saying, like, well, we're about to close up for this one after this meeting. But next time you do it, I was gonna say, yeah, you bring your computer and show me FL, because I've never used it.
Oh man, that's a monster. I mean, they have beta as like a demo, but I hate beta. It's stupid. They need to work more on it to be more.
What is that?
Beta is basically it's FL Studio for Mac.
Oh, I think I seen some shit about that because they were starting to make it so you could get the plugins for yours, and I was trying to get some.
They need to work on it more, in my opinion. Because
Is that bugs or what?
It's a lot of bugs. It's a lot of bugs, a lot of stuff they need to critique on there, but until they get their stuff right with Mac, then just stick to Windows. But I mean, it's gonna be crazy if it goes to Mac and it's crisp and clear like they usually make it. But yeah, I love Fruit. I love Fruit Loops. You know, Fruit Loops. That's like my first child.
Yo, so many people, like, I feel kind of left out that I never started with it. Because, like, I feel like that's, like, 90% of people, like, if you ask them what they start, like, remember we watched that rap documentary about, like, rappers, and then, like, it was funny that all their favorite rappers was Too Short? Remember? And it was just, like, it was surprising, but you were like, okay, that makes sense. I feel like that's how FL Studio is. Like, everyone's like, what was your first one? It's like, yo, I was in FL forever.
It's easy. It was easy to download.
Yeah, it was the easiest one to, like, just get and start going, and you could go the furthest with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Back in like LimeWire days, like I'm getting Fruit Loops, like boom, and then you put the keys together and you unravel it and shit.
Yeah.
And
then if it ever updates, you have to redo it again.
And that was it. And like once you got like the master one where you can save your beats, it was a wrap. And you can get like the old 5, 6, 7, 8. You just download it. It's got easier.
Oh man, you know, I would have started beats like 2 years earlier. But you know why I didn't start? It's fucking Ableton. Because I downloaded Ableton and I just couldn't figure it out. I don't know how I could. Because this really isn't that different. But I must have been much smarter because I remember opening up Ableton going, yo, I cannot. This is so complicated. There's no way I will ever be able to learn this. There's too many buttons. It takes too long to start.
Right.
And I just, fuck that. I wanted to just be like, I don't want to just click shit.
Right.
You know?
That's how Fruit Loops was. You just tap it in and then drag it and that's it. Like, oh shit, that's
It was all the stock sounds and Fruity Loops sound so good. So it was so easy without like. It's not that there wasn't that many buttons to push. It's just that you didn't have to push them that many times to get the sound good. Like they came out the box sounding good already. Right. Like everything in here that comes with Maschine, like it gives you a lot and you can carve something out of it.
Yeah, it's more like a claymation of it. You know what I mean? Like it gives you the mold of it, and you just gotta make the shit yourself, which builds a lot of creativity in it. But like Fruit Loops, that's the sound. Okay, cool. You gotta
And
be
it
able to.
sounds so dope just right out the box. You know what I mean? Like so many guys, like we were just talking. You know what I was just telling him? You know Metro Boomin? Like if you listen to the radio, like if you listen to 101.5, listen to that right here. Literally 90%. I swear to God, 90% of the songs you will hear. If you know Metro, no trust you.
He's killing it.
Before the song starts.
He's killing it.
Metro Boomin is like that. I think he's gonna go down. Like I don't see how like one of the most important producers of all time. Or he dominated, completely fucking dominated for at least a few years. You know?
But he came out of nowhere too.
Yeah, he did. And it's just literally like Mike Wall made it and has like 2 other songs and like that's it. There ain't no other room to breathe. Everybody else that's out there is an anomaly. He's just dominating the radio. And I was telling him, you know what? If you really listen to Metro Boomin's beats, they are so. You know what I compare them the most to? If you really break down a style, like yeah, it's different in like the textures, but the way everything's organized and arranged, it's just like Premiere. Everything's just a 2-bar loop with 5 elements, like 4 or 6 things.
And a shuffle too.
Yeah, and it's just shuffle, and then there's just everything just has like there's not that many elements, but everything that's in it is perfect. Yeah, you can tell he went in there and got his shit, like everything is nudged right where it is to smack. Whereas, like that was Premiere's thing. Like if you listen to all the Premiere beats, there just isn't any bad ones. None of them, like some of them are like my personal favorites, but they're like, there's no craziness. They're all just really fucking good. He doesn't fuck up anywhere.
It's perfect.
They're beautiful, simple.
Yeah, it's very like feng shui, like that's stylistically like Japanese almost.
Because they're bare and they're just like all you need.
Yeah, it's like a minimalistic.
Like on the You're the Man, on that Illmatic album, I love that beat.
No, my favorite one is Taking a Blood. With that road sample.
I want to like that.
That one, that's my favorite beat. Like, straight up, like I know that like you're not as into like Future and stuff like that, but like you're like, oh, you're alright, but like that song on the radio right now, the huge amount of set.
Oh.
That beat, like, that's probably like my favorite radio beat like of all time, and it's
All
so
time?
simple.
Of all time?
Maybe, well, no, maybe not all
Of
time.
this year, probably.
For this year, definitely. For this year, definitely. The instrumental, I just like, it's so simple and so perfect. Like, it's just like 16ths or 8 notes on the hi-hat, like the whole fucking track. There's no crazy, like the drum track never changes, and it's just the simplest, like it's not an OJ sample, it's it's so classic soul, I can't remember the name right now. It's not the OJ's fault, is it? It's not the Spinners.
You're talking about from who? The Future song you're talking about? The sample?
Yeah.
I don't know the sample.
It's
but I know-
Isley Brothers. It's the Isley Brothers? Isley Brothers.
It is?
I'm like 90% sure.
Oh, shit.
It's an Isley Brothers sample. You know what that was? Did you see the video?
No.
Oh, you know what? That could be part of the
I
podcast.
have never seen the
Reaction
video.
to the video. Hey, what do you think of Amber Rose? What's your opinions on Amber Rose?
Amber Rose is a thickie.
That's what I say. Like, she's dirty, but I kind of like it. You know what I mean?
Most girls are.
Yeah,
So,
that's
I mean-
what I'm saying. Because some guys will be like, you know what I mean? Some guy, like, a guy that's like, I won't use the bathroom in public is the same type of guy that would be like, I won't do it with Amber Rose. And I'm just like, you know what, man? The difference is
Amber
not
Rose in
that
front of your
much.
face, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Straight up. She has a beautiful smile though. Straight up.
Yeah.
Her bald head ass.
Yeah. You know, she's been bald for a minute. I saw a picture.
She's beautiful with hair and with not hair.
I
So
saw a
like,
picture with her with hair, and I forgot. I didn't know who it was for a second. I was like, who is that? They look so familiar.
Amber
It
Rose.
took me a minute.
Amber Rose ass.
Oh, she's in the video. That's why I brought
She's
her
in
up.
the video?
Yeah, and I thought it was a come up that she was in the video. Because I'm like, this is going to be the biggest song of this year.
Ain't she with
probably.
21 right now? 21 Savage.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's with 21.
Doug, that's a sign that like that type of rap is coming up. People don't want to admit it.
I mean, it's a wave.
Is that album really called? It's the album.
I got it. I
Is
had
it called that?
one song I fuck with heavy is FaceTime. That song is dope as fuck.
Is it called It's the Album?
Yeah, it's called It's the Album.
I thought that was a joke.
Nah, this is real. So I saw it on iTunes. I was like, damn, he's not.
Damn, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, he has a song called FaceTime produced by Mustard. That shit's
Damn, I'm
tight.
forgetting the name of this Future song. Percocet.
Mask Off.
Mask Off. Damn.
Yeah, it's such a.
How am I forgetting the name of that song? It's the biggest song of the year. Yeah, the video I thought was cool as fuck. You know what video I thought was cool too? Panda.
I haven't seen that video either.
Oh, the Panda video was cool.
Where he's like in the.
Mask on, fuck it, mask on, mask on, fuck it,
Yeah, I
fuck
did
it,
sing that.
mask on.
Have you seen this?
I think I have. Oh yeah. I remember right before we went to the show, I was putting on a bunch of shit in the living room.
Oh, and you watched it?
And I watched a bunch of this shit.
Damn, I thought Amber Rose was hot as fuck in this video. I'm not supposed to tell my girlfriend though that I think Amber Rose is hot because she really likes Kim. She like chooses sides.
Damn.
You know what I mean? She's one of them.
The build-up is ridiculous.
I'm like.
I know. It's like a minute and a half.
It came out so long after the song popped. girl was like, she wanted so bad to go see Kendrick. But we saw Future was so cheap. It was like, we could go like last minute, you know what I mean? And, what was I gonna say? Oh, there were so many bad bitches there. And you gotta think, every one of those bitches' dream is that she does a Future tonight. You know what I mean?
That's it.
He didn't do it with any, like...
He has options. Like you. Like royalty type shit. Slippery.
Migos was dope too. The fucking they had like the DJ Khaled come out. We'll watch this one and then we can stop the podcast at round one. But this video is cool.
What is it called?
Wyclef Jean. Wyclef John. Wyclef.
Wyclef. I'm sorry, going off the notes. Slack. I want to do it in the hills. Like Manny said, he wanted to do a lot of foreign cars, but I didn't want to do foreign cars. I wanted to do kiddie cars, like what you got kids.
What, like go-karts?
No, like
like
the cars that the little kids got.
the little
Like
cars with
like
wheels,
like
right?
real cars. I want about 20 of them bitches. And I want like police cars. I want kids in the adult car.
Juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Could be a
Yeah. Get some so we can fuck it up. Cause I want to like break it. I want the bitches to do it. I want the bitches to have fucking bands.
Here's your view. Damn.
That's crazy, huh? I thought that was such a good video.
That was an awesome ass video actually.
Yeah, it kept my attention.
It was so much random shit, but you listen to the song, you had to read too, so it was like watching a foreign film and reading all the subtitles and shit. That was crazy.
Damn.
Shout out to Thug though.
No, for real. I don't know. I like probably like 2 or 3 months ago. Like I just kind of like. I think I was kind of like avoiding it, but not admitting it. Like I was like, I just never went and listened to it. You know what I mean? That way I wouldn't have to have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
And you know what? When I finally did hear it, I heard it in a DJ set, and I was like, what the fuck was that? It was so good. And I found out it was Young Thug. I checked out all his shit and like got all into his story. And I fucking love Thug.
Thug is crazy.
Thugger is like, I think Thugger is like is gonna be so important for hip hop, because I think he's gonna be like the first like David Bowie, like Prince, like type dude. Because it's like, people wanted to hate him for all that stuff, but now that's going on, it's like, I just think he's such an artist. Like, you just gotta give him a pass.
He had to break the gates. Someone had to break the gates, and he was the person to do it.
Yeah.
Because back then, or like, you know what I mean? You can't wear tight jeans, you can't wear blouses, you can't wear purses and shit like that. He's like, why? And then he came out with that one thing where he doesn't believe in gender. Shit, yeah. He's just like, I'm doing whatever I want to.
He straight up says that, there is like a direct quote from him was he said, most of my clothes are women's clothes. They fit the way they're supposed to fit, like a rock star. That's what he said.
Nice.
That's it. Like, you can totally imagine him saying it with such conviction.
Right.
That's like what that's totally him.
He doesn't care.
Did you see that, dude? That's
How tall that motherfucker? How's he get women
He's
clothes
like
that long?
6'4". He's like 6'4".
Damn.
I think that's what, like, they fit him weird too. Like if you really look at him, he genuinely looks like he could be like a Johnny Depp character. Like Johnny Depp could play him on some like blackface shit, I guess. But it would be like, you know what I mean? He's like a weird
he's like a Tim Burton character, but
like a Tim Burton. Like he wears like, cause he'll have shit that like doesn't fit, and like his like thing extends all long and
blouses and shit.
Do you remember that thing? They ever sent a picture of A$AP Rocky wearing the dress?
No, A$AP Rocky wore a dress.
He did once. Cause you know he's always wearing like weird fashion shit.
Yeah.
You know, and like most of it's cool. Most of it's dope. Like, I think A$AP Rocky's like fashion is like next level, dopest in hip hop up there. But he did wear a dress once.
Damn.
It's kind of fucking weird.
Like with like leggings, or just like he just wore like a shirt, like you know,
like there's a picture.
Like his legs are out.
I see the picture of him, and he's like getting in an interview, and like it's like on like MTV or something, and he's standing like this, and he's like jumping, and he's got a dress, and it's like coming out to like right here.
Oh wow.
And
The extendo
out.
joint.
Yeah, and he's got like
It's unfortunate.
like some like these but black, but probably a different brand. I don't think they were Nikes. And then like some tight ass jeans under it. I think he was wearing Tim's actually. Now that I think about it. But on top, it's a straight up dress with like long sleeves.
Tim's in a dress.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know about that. I believe in Rocky, but I mean shit.
I like
him.
Rocky, but
That's him.
he did that once. I mean, he only did it once, so I guess
Yeah, second time.
he gets a pass.
Second time, there's gonna be a lot of questions, a lot of answers I need.
Hey, I fuck with Frank Ocean. It's cool, but like you just gotta be real with me. You know what I mean?
Frank, Frank, when he said he was gay, I was like, cool, man. Your music is dope, so I can't really say shit. I was like, whatever, man. You do you. Just keep bringing that music. When he stopped, I was like, come on, man. Then when he brought those 2 albums out, I was like, damn, dude.
Blonde was really good.
Blonde was excellent.
Nah, he's like Elton John. You know what I mean?
He's just melodic. He's melodic.
Yeah.
You can't fight it. I still bump Frank to this day.
Channel Orange is classic. I think
this is too much. Nostalgia was awesome too. Love Crimes was dope. I don't know, man. Frank is that dude.
No, Frank's legit. Alright, we're gonna wrap up that podcast. Anybody who tuned in, if you're out there, you ain't said nothing to me, but the podcast will be up. The podcast will be up soon. We're gonna get like some like legit picture and shit and everything, and we'll get it on the iTunes store soon. And so anybody can get it, and we'll put it on SoundCloud as well. We're gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna be everywhere, dog.
That's it.
Keep the fucking keep your eye out on the streets. All right.
That's it.
This X is gonna be everywhere. All right. That's it. We're out.
Peace.
Oh.